Okay, let's get this shit up and running, shall we? Not sure how close I want the mic to be. I feel really bad because, I don't know how many of you watched the new meme assessment, but, the audio was a little off for the whole thing. And that was because I put the mic too close to my mouth for the whole video. It's one of those things where, like, no one notices it. I'll usually only get, like, 1 or 2 comments about it, but it drives me fucking insane. Hello, Amelia! Ah, fuck. I don't have my settings right. Give me 1 sec. Okay, you should be good now.
Hello.
Hello! Okay, chat. Can you all hear Amelia? Please let me know.
Can I see your screen?
Oh, yes, I am sorry.
Okay.
Okay, so, hold on, I'll
speak up a little bit.
Yeah, there we go. This way you can see the chat and my face and the gameplay.
Okay, sounds good. Sounds good.
Okay, she's a little quiet. Let me see if I can... Hold on, Okay, so that just means I will have to adjust the rest of the volume. I'll get this right. We'll just have to open up the game first, and then I'll dick around with the audio settings there.
Yay!
Yeah, okay.
Always the best part of any streaming experience, right?
Yes, exactly. Dicking around with the audio. Anyway, for those of you who have not watched a stream where I have Amelia on before, why don't you introduce yourself to the crowd?
Hi, my name is Amelia, also known as Divine Noodles. I am a writer of fanfic, mostly Bandori fanfic, also a little bit of Revue Starlight fanfic. I just finished a 400,000 word long, 80+ chapter fic this week. If you're interested in reading that kind of material and like Bandori at all. But I'm also a big fan of Ace Attorney, which is why Min brought me here. I've played every single game except The Great Ace Attorney 2, which will change this summer once it comes out, which I'm very excited for. But I've played the original trilogy, the second trilogy, Investigations, the first Great Ace Attorney, all those. I don't have, like, super strong opinions, I'd say. I mean, I have, like, some opinions, but I'd say they're pretty common. Like, I like Trials and Tribulations the best. I like Investigations 2 a lot. My favorite character... probably Gumshoe. Either Gumshoe or Maya. But they're honestly all really good. Thank you for the congratulations. Really, I'm just here for the gays. I mean, why else does anybody play Ace Attorney, right? Like, come on.
Apparently. This is what they keep telling me, is every time... I mean, personally, I'm in it for the huge gahonka zonkers, but, you know, that's just me. That's just me.
That's you, man. That's... I'm gonna have to bonk you one of these days.
You people know what my priorities are by now.
I know. I do wish Ace Attorney had... there's some Willow content in Ace Attorney. There's a little bit. If you play the 5th case of this game, there's a few very suggestive lines for Chow will know who I'm talking about with Lana and her relationship with Mia in the past.
Anyway, yeah, what was I saying? No, I have been really enjoying the game. It's very funny.
It's really good. It's like really funny, but also like just really good at building suspense and like pulling you through its like really crazy shift and turns. It's just a great time. It's a great time. It's such a fun game.
Yes, agreed. Also, I just realized I forgot to fucking put my... Okay, Give me 1 second, then we'll do the outfit check. Hold on, forgot something. Okay, outfit check. This is one of my favorites. I love this dress so much. It gives me so much gender euphoria, and it makes me feel so feminine and amazing. But I cannot wear it out in public because if you didn't notice, it is extremely short. I'm like pretty sure it was designed for a woman who's like 5 or 6 inches shorter than me.
Aww.
And so because of that, like, I can like walk around in it safely, but like I'll have sort of with the like the feeling like at any moment I could be giving everyone like a face full of girl bulge, and that's just not what I'm trying to do, you know?
I enjoy how the chat is just a mixture of people rightfully complimenting you on the dress and people asking Francisca to step on them. Like, I feel like that sums up your audience very well, honestly.
Yes, my audience I think is very big on Francisca. We haven't got to her yet. I'm looking forward to her.
Francisca's a good time. I really don't think there's like a principal Ace Attorney character like I dislike. I feel like I like them all.
Okay.
At least a little bit.
Game should be visible, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in, going to turn all of the volume down. And now, Amelia, can you just say some stuff over top of the game to make sure that the volume levels are okay for for everything?
So, Phoenix Wright and Edgeworth are in love, and this is an indisputable fact. And like, there's so much evidence to support it. You know, you literally just have to play the game for 5 minutes to understand the sheer levels of homosexuality on display.
Okay, chat. How's she sounding? Are all of the levels acceptable? Can we proceed with these volume settings, or should I dick around with it more?
I appreciate the one person saying you say there's no bad character yet Larry exists. Larry is an enigma. He's good because he's bad. He's great because he's terrible.
What about you're forgetting Old Bag?
Old Bag is much the same way.
Also, before we get started, I almost forgot. I always go to the wrong screen. I forgot to. I posted the box of this yesterday, but I got a new figure who is now positioned next to my monitor on my desk. Wanted you to all check the new figure I copped. It's Hina from Bandori. It's boppin'.
Shoobity doobie.
I still say we should get like a Hina Scatman cover. Like that just makes sense, you know?
Yeah.
That's something she'd do.
I would love that. I would just love individual covers by like any Bandori girl, honestly. Just like mostly just so I could hear like Misaki rap more often. I need that in my life, you know.
God. Okay, let's actually play the game now. Day 2 investigation of Turnabout Goodbyes. That is where we are at. So I just finished getting through a lot of Hearts testimony with great difficulty.
The good old Southern gal. I remember her.
Yes. Apparently in the Japanese version, she has an Osaka or a Kansai dialect because
of course,
every character, if they translate them into English with a Kansai dialect, they're always, or with a Southern accent, they like always have a Kansai dialect.
Yep.
Okay. Oh right, because Maya got thrown in jail for contempt of court. Lol.
Maya is the realist. I I love her so much. Like, Maya Fey.
She is. I like her quite a bit. She's like she's a bit of a troll. She always jumps in with very amusing comments.
She's such a perfect character that basically every other assistant in the series is just some version of Maya. And like, I love the other assistants too. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, you know, Emma's great. Athena's good. Faye's really good. But like Maya, she just got it.
Exactly. She's got the right energy for it. Wonder if I'll ever see my sister again. Okay. Hopefully, at some point. I'm sure she'll become plot relevant again, and then you will once again be gifted with the power of Booba.
Booba.
That's literally what it is. She summons her sister, and her tits inflate to like 3 times their usual size. It's hilarious.
I'm thinking about the second game now, and I'm just like, I'm staring in the distance a little. Something's gonna happen. Anyway, Min, do you know if it's possible for me to hear the game audio?
Oh, can you... Wait a minute. Can they... Ah, fuck! It happened again! Every so often, the... Oh, wait a minute. Wait. Wait. Oh, okay. That's weird that you... Oh, I know how to fix this. Okay, so what you want to do here... Sorry, chat. I gotta adjust the settings. So... Amelia, please open the stream in a new tab and mute the tab, or mute the stream, so that way you can see chat while all this is happening.
Yep, got it.
Cool. We have done this before.
Yep.
Excellent. Okay. Gonna do some investigation, check for clues.
Min, can you share the screen again? Because I don't think you did that.
Oh, I did.
You did?
Hold on. I'll do it one more time.
All I see is just your icon.
Oh, come on. Okay, hold on. I'll stop.
Wait. Never mind.
Okay, we're good. Okay, cool. Okay. Now, as per usual, I have no idea what I'm doing, so I'm just going to have to... Oh! There he is! Trial today. What about the trial? I was going to say good show, but it wasn't really all that. You did save Mr. Edgeworth. Yes. Barely by the skin of our teeth, in a manner that makes basically no sense, but... So much of the, like, trial tactics in this game are essentially just stalling for time.
It's true. I would love to see, like, a lawyer trial that Phoenix Wright does in actual court. Like...
They would just get disbarred. That's what would happen.
They get disbarred in 5 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, that was, like, the entirety of the, like, Legal Eagle watches Phoenix Wright thing. Was him just getting, like, alright, that's a disbarment, that's a disbarment, that's a disbarment. It's very funny. I'm not at liberty to... Oh no! Gumshoe can't tell us who the witness is. That makes things difficult.
Take a shot.
Is he afraid of earthquakes? This is going to somehow be relevant, which is very funny.
Very relevant. Oh, you wait, man.
This is going to be all according to Keikaku.
The DL6 incident. How many times do they say that phrase in this game, I wonder?
A lot.
Like every other game, there's like a new incident that they just bring up. Like in the last case they bring up a billion times, and each time I just shovel the popcorn into my mouth because each time I'm just like, what happened? Tell me. I need to know.
God. They always find some new thing that, like, ropes in, like, as many characters as possible to create drama between all the main players.
If you just play the next case in the game, case 5, you'll get a lot of that.
Oh boy, looking forward to it. Oh shit!
So
hold on, I'm getting a call that's, like, actually important. 1 sec.
Okay, I can entertain chat for a second. Chat, hi. Tell me, what are you? I was about to ask, what are your guys' favorite Ace Attorney cases? And you know what? I am going to ask that. What are your guys' favorite Ace Attorney cases? Mine is Last Case of Trials and Tribulations, just because, like, all the twists and turns, and I wish I could say it in more detail, especially since Min isn't here, and I could spoil without worrying about her, but, like, it's so good. 6-4? 6-4 is really good, too. I thought Spirit of Justice was really good. I thought that was my favorite of the second trilogy.
Alright. I have returned. I was incorrect. It wasn't... It was a call, but it wasn't from the person who I thought it was, so it wasn't actually important.
Yeah, the people saying this case is really good, they're right. This is a really good case.
Oh shit, Edgeworth posting bail for Maya. What a mensch he is.
Edgeworth and Maya is a really underrated bro TP. Like, think about how hard she has to wingman him on dates. Like, come on.
That's the fucking with Phoenix brigade.
There's really so much. I really need to like read some Ace Attorney fics or something.
There's a lot of them out there.
That's true.
Let me tell ya. That was actually one of the fandoms with like the most material to work with when I was looking for ship video stuff. As you remember, because you were writing that one.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
I forgot to mention that at the beginning. Oh yeah, well, because you were introducing yourself and you didn't bring it up. Amelia wrote the Ace Attorney ship video.
For some reason, I remember writing the Bandori and Fire Emblem ones, and also working on the Review Starlight one a little bit, but I don't remember the Ace Attorney one, and I don't know why.
Oh yeah, you didn't write the whole Review Starlight one, but you did. There were like 3 or 4 ships that I had like nowhere to even start on, and so you had like jokes for those.
The 2 I remember writing are Yachifumi, because Yachifumi is like the funniest ship to me, because people who love Yachifumi are there purely for drama, even if it isn't in canon. They're just gonna invent it out of thin air, or more accurately, out of one line of dialogue. And the other was RWBY, because about a year later, or starting a year later, and progressing up and up and up as time has gone by, the brainworms for that ship have infested me greatly.
Amazing. It really do be like that sometimes, you know?
Yeah. Detective Bad's Cross the Trench Coat is an underrated ship. You are absolutely correct. Detective Bad's Trench Coat. So good. Honestly, the number one reason to play Investigations 1. And then probably maybe like the number 20th reason to play Investigations 2. But that's just because in Investigations 2 is so good. Like, it's probably my second favorite. It's really weird because like Investigations 1 is just kind of like it's still like enjoyable, but kind of like okay, you're playing as Edgeworth, I guess. But the second one is just like legitimately like maybe the best game in this, definitely the best self-contained game in the series, in my opinion.
I distinctly remember chat mentioning how, like, people are saying, like, oh, I'm kind of worried about if, Investigations 2 ever got translated, because people would be so used to, like, all of the fan translation names for all the characters, that it'd be really weird to see them translated officially.
That happened to me because I first watched somebody like translate Investigations 2 on YouTube before it got the official translation patch, and like the names were different between the two of them, so it gave me a little bit of whiplash at first, but yeah. Somebody asked me about Franziska and Maya, and somebody replied, Maya probably has the highest fan contact to lack canon lore ratio I've seen in this fandom, but in a weird way I love it. I'd say that describes my feelings too. Like, I don't know if I'm like super into Fran Maya, honestly. Like, I definitely understand it as kind of like, oh, you have like the two most prominent female characters from the first trilogy paired together, but like I don't know, it's just never like struck me too hard because I don't remember their interactions too much. I haven't played Justice for All in a few years. Since I became a lesbian, I haven't played Justice for All. I should say. So maybe if I replay it,
Since you realized you were a lesbian.
Yeah. And
oh shit, Lotta has useful information.
And so I would maybe have a different opinion if I replayed Justice for All. Sift the juice, so to speak. People talk about Adrian and Francisco. I definitely understand that one a lot more, in the sense of, like, even though it is a much more minor character, I definitely understand where people are coming from in terms of lesbian dynamics. That said, I don't think it's a very healthy dynamic. I don't want to spoil Justice for All, but Adrian needs some therapy. I'll leave it at that. And, you know, if she entered a lesbian relationship with Francisca after that therapy, I would fully support that. That's good for her. And Francisca is not necessarily, like, the cause of her problems at all. But, you know, she needs some mental health help. That's my OTP for Adrian. Adrian with therapy. Who doesn't need therapy in this game? I talked about this. I've joked about this on Twitter the past few days, but I've started to really feel it recently. But I feel like every single fictional character now is just like no matter who, everybody's like they need therapy. Like no matter how traumatized or untraumatized they are. That isn't me saying people in Ace Attorney don't need therapy, but it's more like people will say characters in all media need therapy. And I know this because people started saying characters in Kingdom Hearts need therapy, and I'm like, so, buddy, these are Kingdom Hearts characters. Like they are not, they do not have mental health struggles. I'm very sorry. Like you know, if you want to talk about like Roxas or Shion needing therapy to solve their identity crisis, I get that. But if you say like Sora needs therapy, Sora, the good boy who's happy all the time and has had the lightest of eggs possible, like I don't know. This is a tangent, I know. Like, as far as Ace Attorney goes, could Edgeworth use therapy? Absolutely. Could Phoenix use therapy? At a certain point in the trilogy? Absolutely. Could Maya use therapy? Absolutely. Most of these people have had family members die. Therapy is a good thing in all situations.
Yeah, honestly, okay, the threshold for you should go to therapy is, like, actually pretty low, so it's like, saying that doesn't necessarily, like, you could say that about, like, you know, Edgeworth or, like, Maya, and then you could also say it about, like, Homura, but, like, it's not the same, like, those aren't all the same thing, you know?
Yeah, exactly, like, It's the sort of thing where the threshold for needing therapy in real life is not the same as the threshold for quote-unquote needing fiction and therapy in fiction. But it's also more like, in fiction there aren't therapists because depicting therapy in fiction is its own, like, thing. And, like, not necessarily done unless you're writing, like, a serious story, but, like, yeah.
Unless you're like The Sopranos.
Yeah. Like, The Sopranos is literally the only example I can think of, and I haven't even seen The Sopranos. Like,
Gabagool!
Gabagool! But yeah, like, you could definitely point at any Ace Attorney character and be like, if this person were real, they would need therapy. You are correct. But it's like, in the context of Ace Attorney, everything is so wacky and goofy most of the time that, like, bringing therapy into it would be kind of weird almost. I don't know how to quite put it into words.
No, I know exactly what you're saying. It's like the rules of, like, the real world don't feel like they should apply here in quite the same way, because, like, they already don't apply correctly in so many other circumstances, so it feels like, you know, trying to apply IRL logic in that context would also be kind of silly.
Yeah. So, somebody in chat put it really well. There are a lot of characters who should go to therapy, but that doesn't make them serious mental health cases. Sometimes you just go to therapy to sort things out. I think that's a good way to put it.
Exactly. Again, it's like I even I went to therapy for like a little bit, just to like, you know, get some stuff off my chest in like a professional environment so I could get some, you know, some tools to deal with it. You can set off the camera with sneezing. I thought it was... things a little softer than a bang. Oh, excuse me.
I see some people recommending a fic where Edgeworth goes to therapy. I will keep that in mind in chat. Thank you.
Does, hold on. Actually, wait, I should actually talk to this woman. Let's see here. Learn something in today's trial. Testifying is serious business. That's why I decided not to talk about the case anymore. Like I said, I'll trade it for the dirt on Gordy. Alright. So we have to prove that the Loch Ness Monster exists, or that it doesn't exist. Huh? I only have one photo to my name so far. You bet. Oh right, the UFO.
This is actually my first time playing the HD version, which is very interesting. Like seeing these character sprites. I'm used to them being a little pixelated.
I think it looks pretty good, honestly.
It does. Like a part of me instinctively like it's lost some of the charm, which may be true, but honestly it looks really good, and like the vast majority of the charm of like the animations and the style is still maintained. So it's like really not a big deal either.
Yeah, like this isn't like, you know, Final Fantasy VI status.
Yeah, like it doesn't look like a Square Enix port. Oh god.
They're so just give up. Wait, but God, Square Enix, give us the proper 5 and 6 remakes. I'm begging you.
Somebody asked for a Bandori song to torture the next multi-life with. Play Romeo. Always play Romeo. I forget. I think I finally full comboed that one the other day. Yes, I sent that to you because I was like, this is the only time. I was like, I'm only gonna get one run where I get that one segment where you have to flick with one hand and tap with the other. I'm like, I'm gonna do that correctly once and then never again. And let me teach you the secret to acing those segments. You flick with fingers at the same time because taps will register flicks as taps and it's totally okay. So if you just flick with both and don't think about which one you have to flick and tap with, and just do it instinctively, that's all you need to do.
Probably should have just done that. I mean, I do that whenever you have to, like, flick and tap at the same time, but when it's, like, one then the other, then I can, like, kind of do it correctly, but whatever. Okay, so we have to prove that Gordy doesn't exist. Now, let me see here. If we could find some way to prove that this picture is fake, then that would prove that Gordy isn't real. So, we have something to go off of, but it isn't much.
I remember the explanation to this, and I've always thought I mean, like, everything in Ace Attorney is silly, but, like, I always thought this part was, like, especially silly.
Oh, God. If it's silly by Ace Attorney standards, that's really fucking saying something. I don't
know if it's the silliest. It's not even the silliest part of this case. You probably already know the silliest part of this case because people talk about it all the time. If you don't, I'm excited for you to get to it.
Oh, I'm looking forward to this. Let's see here. I was looking at because the lake looked like a gourd when viewed from above, you know, like an hourglass. Shaped like a gourd, actually, but that's just a coincidence. It's like how, that joke about how Chicago is windy, but it's not called the Windy City because of the wind.
Wait, why is it called the Windy City then?
Because the politicians blow wherever the breeze takes them or whatever.
Oh.
Something along those. It's supposed to be that that politics are corrupt. Though I've actually heard some people say that that's a myth and it is called the Windy City just because it fucking windy there. Personally, I don't give a shit. I don't I don't care where the name comes from that much. Have you seen gourds? Gourds come in a wide variety of shapes. That's true. A good point.
Have you guys seen Gaara's gourd from Naruto? That's a good gourd. I like that gourd.
That is a pretty good gourd.
Naruto is alright. I never watched past like the time skip, but I enjoyed pre-time skip Naruto greatly.
Yeah, I watched up through like the Chunin exam, and then a few and then a few episodes past that. Amelia, just so that I don't like bang my head against a wall, would you mind telling me what to do next?
I don't remember step by step, but I think you have to talk to Larry and present things to him.
Oh, okay.
I believe.
I'll try it. It's that guy that's selling my dogs faster than I can cook them.
The solution to this puzzle definitely relies with Larry, but you might need a piece somewhere else first. Actually, wait, have you gone to the police station recently?
Let me check the police station.
Oh, you haven't been there at all. I think you need to go to, yeah.
I checked there once, but I think they told me that Gumshoe was somewhere else.
Yeah.
Oh, he's back. Okay.
I remember.
He didn't go and do something that's gonna hurt Edgeworth. Oh, Gumshoe has such a, what's the word I'm looking for? He's so soft for Edgeworth.
The people I respect most in the Ace Attorney fandom are the Bada, Gumshoe, and Edgeworth shippers. Like,
that's
I respect nobody more.
That's extremely valid.
It's funny because like I love Gumshoe's design here, but then there's a live action Ace Attorney movie, which I actually think is pretty good. It's probably the best video game movie ever.
Really? That's saying something.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't think it's like excellent, but it captures the tone of Ace Attorney pretty well. The only real issue I have with it is like, one, they have to condense a lot of the first game down into like, one movie, which kind of makes sense. And the other is that Maya's characterization is kind of off, but like otherwise it's pretty good. Like the guy who plays Phoenix is like really, really good at like capturing Phoenix's vibe in like a really exaggerated way, and it captures the like dramatism of the courtroom battle in like a very stylized and interesting way. I should mention this is like a Japanese movie, not Japanese language, not American. But the thing, one of the things that I always remember and that always gets me about the Ace Attorney movie is that the guy who plays Gumshoe is like conventionally handsome, he's a looker, and like it always just throws me for a loop when I compare him to like good old scruffy himbo Gumshoe. I don't know which one I would say is more attractive. I think they both have their own charms, but yeah. Gumshoe Maggie's precious. I love Gumshoe and Maggie. They're so cute.
A fishing pole? Never know till you try, pal. I mean, by Pokemon logic, that's not unreasonable. Pokemon, you can fit... I'm pretty sure in RSE, you can catch a Wailord on a rod. I think.
Yeah, so Min, you can try all these out, or I can just or you can pick whichever one you think is best, or I can just tell you which one is correct.
This is gonna be such a fucking waste of time. I'm going to guess. I'm just gonna, okay. My initial guess is that it's going to be the fishing pole, but you can just tell me which one I'm supposed to pick.
Okay. So practicality is the name of the game here. The one that allows you to progress is the metal detector, but you do get special dialogue for the fishing pole and missile.
I'm taking the metal detector.
Okay, that's fair. Speaking of missile, play Ghost Trick. If you're in chat, play Ghost Trick right now. Like, okay, don't close the stream. Keep the stream up, but go play Ghost Trick.
Yeah, don't, you stay tuned in. Just mute the stream in the background. Give me the views. Oh shit, I have my insert ad button back. Here, give me my ad views.
The American localization of this game is really something. I love Ace Attorney's localization with all my heart. Like, it's so good in my opinion. Like,
I mean, here's the thing. I'm going to go out on a limb and guess that in Japanese, this game is also pretty silly. So, like...
Yeah. All the names in Japanese are just as punny and, like, ridiculous. So you don't present the metal detector to Larry. You go elsewhere with it, and I'll leave you to figure out the rest.
Okay, perhaps the... Oh, there we go. I knew the boat rental shop would become relevant eventually. In the bushes. Why do I have to check it out? Yeah, actually, though.
Ghost Trick is a fantastic game. Ghost Trick is just really good. It's for those who don't know, it's the same writer as this game, and it also has a dog named Missile in it. And that dog is the best dog who has ever existed in anything ever. I will take very little dissent on this issue. Missile the Pomeranian from Ghost Trick. He's a hero. Like, I would build a statue for him.
Have you seen it before? Who the heck would go diving in the middle of the winter? That seems suspicious.
Oh, all the Chicago talk in chat earlier was kind of ironic because I just finished watching The Last Dance today.
Oh, I hear that's really good.
It is a good documentary. I think, like, I guess I'm not, like, a sports documentary expert. Like, you know, I watch John Boy's videos. So.
Like, you don't watch a ton of 30 for 30 or whatever.
Yeah, I've seen a couple. I think it's a very good sports documentary for people who, like, don't necessarily know, like, much about sports. So I think it's, like, you know, anybody could watch it. And, like, just the subject matter alone is, like, interesting enough that, like, regardless of how well they shot it, it was, like, it's, like, compelling. Just because Michael Jordan is, like, you know, probably one of the 5 most interesting human beings alive, just in terms of public persona and, you know, what he's done for basketball and American society and stuff. So I think it's definitely, like, a good watch, regardless of how into basketball you are. It's just the sort of thing where, like, I don't know if it was, like, profound or life-changing. Not that a documentary has to be, but it was very entertaining.
Oh my god, I think I know where this is going.
All companion dog with the best voice, respectively. I can't disagree with that. All companion dogs are good. Koromaru is a very good doggo. He's a very good doggo. Koromaru is. I think my favorite video game doggo besides Missile is Amaterasu, who is not really a buddy, but just, like, the actual dog herself, because she's also God. Like, yeah.
You know what they say? Dog is God spelled backwards. It's for a reason.
Exactly. It's really funny because when you think about it, the name of the game is essentially the Japanese version of that exact same observation, because it's called Okami, right?
Oh, because Okami is wolf, but it's also God.
It also means great God. So it's literally the Japanese version of dog is God spelled backwards.
That reminds me of a very famous Japanese pun, which is the paper hair god, the kami kami kami.
Ah. Okami is really good. It's my third favorite game ever. It's my favorite game that isn't Mother. I like Mothers a lot. Also, thank you for complimenting me on my John Boy's taste. John Boy's makes incredible videos. Go watch his stuff.
Yeah, John Boy's is awesome. I've definitely mentioned him in my Q&A before. His video, for It's Pretty Good, hold on, is here. Okay. Present. So the, this is Gordy.
I love the music in these games so much.
Oh, the soundtrack is excellent.
It's so good. It's
About a
it's
week ago, an idiot who happens to be a friend of mine. Yeah, what was the thing I was trying to say? Yeah, so one of my, like, I think to this day, my favorite long-form video of all time is, oh, that's so fucking stupid. My favorite long-form video of all time is, John Boy's pretty good, DeVry versus Troy State.
Oh, yeah, that was really good.
And in fact, sorry, go on.
Oh, go ahead, sorry. I was just gonna
say that video is like the main inspiration for when posting goes wrong when I was starting that series.
I think my favorite pretty good is the poker one, which is why I'm so sad the original got taken down. Like, you can still find it without much trouble, but like, it's just the cadence and like pacing of that one is so good in my opinion. Like, it's so absurd.
That one was also very good. Did it get taken down for like copyright reasons?
Yeah, like one of the poker like companies he covered.
Damn it.
Which is, you know, bullshit, but what's the other one I really like? Oh, I like the Eagles Union one. That one's really good. And the 24 one. The 24 one like gets me each time.
Oh god, the 24 one is so good. I didn't realize how insane that show was.
I didn't either until I was like, so you want to be the president? There's like a 70% chance you are going to get blown up.
God. I think the problem with it is that 24 was basically the, like, TV version of, like, a thriller novel. And the thing about, like, thrillers is that, like, the way they keep you engaged is it's all plot and no character, so it's just constant escalation. It's sort of the same logic as, like, long-running shonen, where, like, the characters stay largely the same, but they just keep introducing more and more ridiculous villains. So it gets kind of out of hand very quickly. The Big Bad Bonobo donated 5 more Canadian dollars and says, I personally like the Bob Emergency the best, but these are all great options. Thank you, Big Bad Bonobo.
I haven't seen the Bob Emergency in a while. I should watch that one. That's a good one.
Indeed. Alright, seems like we got another photo from Lotta. Oh, it's all Larry's fault.
There's so Larry has caused us so many problems throughout this entire series. It's so improbable.
He's got a bad case of problems disorder.
It's so much so that after like several games of absence, they brought him back in the 6 games DLC just to cause more problems.
It reminds me a bit of how, have you ever watched Miraculous Ladybug?
I've seen a couple episodes. Like, I know, like, the basic gist of it, you know, like, the love square, Hawkmoth makes a speech, corrupts somebody. It's, yeah, I know about it.
You have a rough approximation of it, right?
Yeah. Oh, Fiery's in chat. Hi, Fiery! That's a friend of mine.
Ah, okay. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, so Larry is like the unintentional version of my joke about Miraculous Ladybug, specifically in the first season, which is that, like, because the way that it works is that he, like, Hawkmoth creates, or akumatizes people when they're feeling strong negative emotions, and so, like, you have to have someone who is upset for him to, like, work his magic and get the plot going, and I think a good, like, 75%, I calculated this at some point because I was curious, a good, like, 75% of, people who are akumatized in the first season was because Chloe was fucking with them in some way or another. I was like, and like, she's doing it intentionally. But I mean, she's not intentionally turning people into monsters, but she is intentionally being an asshole. And I thought it was very funny. It was like, she literally causes like half the problems in this universe.
I love this guy.
Some people...
He's iconic.
But yeah, some people are just diagnosed with problems disorder. Okay.
Larry is the ultimate and causes problems, whether on purpose or not.
Exactly.
Byron, you've never seen an Ace Attorney game, I think you would love them. Just by virtue of I know how much taste we share, I feel like you would like, and how much I like it, I feel like you would like it.
I don't have any idea what this guy is talking about. Oh my god, he has a parrot.
Yeah,
oh no, I can already tell! I already know where this is going! I already know where this... Ah!
Oh, it's so iconic. It's so iconic. I love it so much.
Ah! I haven't even... Just get my face cam. I have not even seen anyone post about this. I have not read any posts about this. I just know, because I know how this game operates, and I know a Chekhov's gun when I see one, so I know exactly what is coming in the next part of this case.
Oh, it's so good.
Oh, sorry, forgot to change back to the game cam. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Forgive me, chat.
I do love this guy just because he runs a pasta shop in his mind, and you know what? Like, same, bro. That's what I'm doing in my mind.
Yeah, that's, Sorry, I just had, like, a moment there. I need to, like, cool off for a bit.
Parrot time.
I forget the last time I saw a piece of foreshadowing. I'm trying to remember the last time I've seen a piece of
angry.
Because that does happen occasionally where I'll see a piece of foreshadowing and be like, oh no. I'm trying to remember when the last time I got that mad about something like that was, because it's just like, I know exactly what you are about to do here, and I don't like it. Okay, let's talk to this guy.
That should have been me the last RWBY season, but I thought they would do better.
Don't talk to me about RWBY.
Same. I did watch the podcast though, and I vibed a lot with your takes. I'll leave it at that.
Thank you. I'm glad you think I have good opinions on the show for once.
You usually do. Like most of the time, I think. Like
okay.
There's very little that I'm like, oh man, I don't know about this. Like
I don't know about that one, Chief.
Yeah. And unless it's like a really deep Bumblebee take, in which case I think that's just a matter of like I don't have the brainworms. That's all.
That's true. I do have Bumblebee brainworms, and sadly for me, they're not contagious. I can't get other people to ride that train with me.
It's honestly really sad. I feel so bad I feel like honestly really bad for you in like a certain sense, just because like. Because like I'm thinking about me watching RWBY the first time and Eli being like Black Sun, right? And me being like, yeah, totally. And like we just go along with it like
right?
Completely willingly. And I'm still with him on that one, but like I'm just imagining like if you would introduce me to RWBY instead, like I might be in a completely different place right now.
You might have been in a totally had you gone in with no context and had other than me being a Bumblebee person, and had you already realized you were gay by that point, you might have been in a different position. You're better off rewatching Avatar: The Last Airbender. You are banned.
Do you just ban people who mentioned the H Bomber guy video? Like even implicitly?
I ban people for incredibly petty reasons. Okay, yeah, this guy, okay, so this dude just has no idea what he's talking about.
Somebody in chat asked if they should watch RWBY. That is a question of a complicated answer. I don't feel qualified to give it, personally.
The answer is it depends on the type of person you are. Hold on, I want to get a little further into the investigation, and then I'll give my take on if you should watch RWBY. Okay, I think I just need to show this dude something, and it's just a matter of figuring out what it is. So... Could be basically anything. I don't know. Fucking...
The solution to this one is a little tricky. You have to show him your badge.
Oh, mother! I always forget about the badge!
Well, yeah, most of the time it just gives funny dialogue, but you actually have to get, like, advancement from this one.
This old guy's the first person to recognize my badge. Yep, I got you figured out. You're not oh, right, because he thinks we're his children running the pasta shop with him. I feel I kind of wish that they had, hold on, investigate a murder that took place. Please help us.
The chat is dropping RWBY takes now, but honestly, I think I've agreed with pretty much everything posted so far, so I'm not like, excuse me, but...
Hold on, I have to figure out
at least everything I see.
I gotta figure out who to ban based on their RWBY takes.
No, be nice.
Let's see here. Oh, I assume I have to promise to run the wet noodle.
I don't think it matters, but you get much funnier dialogue if you do.
Excellent. Also, it doesn't exist, so it doesn't matter. Anything to get the case. Who wouldn't want to eat Phoenix noodles? I'm sure plenty of people in chat would like some Phoenix nudes.
My RWBY take. RWBY exists. You are correct. I agree with that one 100%.
RWBY is one of the web series ever.
What? One of
the most web series of all time. Alright. I don't want to spend the whole stream talking about RWBY.
Yeah.
But, okay, let's see if we can actually get oh, God damn it, I have to...
I was about to say, I do, but I don't. I should think...
Know something about this? Yes, it's okay. You can call me Dad. Sure, okay. Yep. Other night out on the lake. Oh god, what character am I reading his dialogues in the voice of? Why can I not remember the name of yup? There's like a character that says that all the time and I cannot...
The groundskeeper from, Caddyshack?
It might be that.
The one played by Bill Murray, right?
Hey everyone, we're all gonna get laid!
Yeah, that was Rodney Dangerfield.
That's the one line I remember from that movie. At the very end. Okay. God damn it. Fucking. Okay. Do I have a. Yes! Okay, new dialogue option. Forgot the time, but it was pretty dark. Okay. Then I heard a bang. I looked outside. I heard another bang. Yes, it's Goofy! That's exactly what I'm thinking of! A little while later, this boat comes back. Then a young man... I can't do a Goofy voice, I'm sorry. Then a young man walked by my window here. He was muttering something to himself. But yes, I was thinking of Goofy. I just can't do a Goofy voice, unfortunately.
Oh, gosh.
Prosy D, I am not.
I would love if Prosy D got to voice Goofy officially someday. I would love that for him. Just imagine.
That'd be very funny. Okay. Wait, I probably have to talk to that guy more, don't I?
He is a very let's get you to bed grandpa character, just in general.
Okay.
I think you did everything you need to do with him, but I could be wrong.
Okay, I'll try, going to some other areas and see if I get anything for it.
My memory of the first Ace Attorney game is the best, but it isn't perfect.
Fair. Very, very fair. Maybe I
have to...
Oh, there we go. Just had to go back to the police department. Never mind!
Hey, why don't I try going back to Wright and Co? I can't remember if you need to do that.
Oh, there we go. Behave yourself. It's not going to be so much fun when Edgeworth refuses to pay your bail again. Maybe she has some ideas.
Hire ProZD for the stream.
Oh God.
ProZD is like an A-list anime tuber celebrity. Like,
yeah, he's like a legit voice actor. He's in like a lot of things now.
Yeah, I'm so happy for him.
Indeed. Sorry, go on.
He still has some of the funniest like videos, just in general. I was about to say some of the funniest Kingdom Hearts videos, which is very true, but just some of the funniest videos in general. He did do an Ace Attorney playthrough. I haven't seen it myself, but I'm sure he did a fantastic job.
God damn it, just make the bear relevant already. I know the bear has to be relevant.
Me in any Bandori event where Michelle isn't present.
Oh, you and your bear.
I talk a lot about how Bandori made me realize I'm a lesbian, but you know what? It caused a much greater realization for me, which is that I fucking love bears. Bears are so good. I love bears so much.
Bears are very fun.
I had forgotten I did like a giant 3rd grade report on bears, and like because like in 5th grade, like I was just like starting at that point, I was like, turtles are my favorite animal. I have no others, but but Bandori made me remember my first true love, bears.
Chat, just tell me what to do next. I can't. I'm not gonna waste time wandering around aimlessly. What stupid thing do I have to show to what person? Did you look at the safe?
Oh, it's
the safe!
It's right there. It's the green box.
Oh! Oh, I didn't examine the room! Classic error. A classic blunder. Maybe later? That should be fun. Don't work though, really? Picked it up from the dump after all. And why do you keep it? I don't know, it just looks right there. A broken mini This dude's funny.
He's a fun guy.
What's the point of going fishing in your own backyard? Deep sea fishing's the best. Been trying to eat more fish lately.
Excuse me.
Good for your heart.
Those American donuts.
Eat your hamburgers, Apollo.
Oh, that's another iconic creator I've been following for so long. Katie T-Drip. Or is it Tydrick? I actually don't remember. I haven't read Awkward Puppy in a while. I should do that.
Just need to know the secret words. Oh boy, here we go. Alright. Okay, so we gotta figure out how to make the parrot say the thing that solves the murder. That's the goal here. He's running a pasta shop. Yes, the traditional American kotatsu. Can sit down with our clients, snug and warm, and drink hot cocoa.
Honestly, kotatsu should be like a standardized thing here. Like, it's just such a good idea. Like, what the fuck?
Kotatsus are very neat. I like them a lot. They should be more common. It's not like we haven't adopted like random other elements of Japanese culture.
The song Hello Kitty by Avril Lavigne just popped into my head.
The song what?
Hello Kitty by Avril Lavigne.
Oh god.
You know.
Kawaii. I was just saying, have you heard the song Slumber Party by Ash Nico and Doja Cat?
I don't think so. I don't listen to a lot of modern music. It's not because I'm like a Luddite. I'm just bad at it.
That's understandable. Chat, does anyone in chat know the song I'm talking about? No? Don't forget DL6!
Don't forget DL6.
The DL6 incident. I mean, Dad.
I tell you, they bring it up a billion times.
It always becomes relevant.
But God, each time I'm like, where is it? I need it. What is this? what happened during the DL6 incident, Gabe? Please tell me.
Okay, yes. Some people in chat said that, they do know Ash Nico. Okay, so I'm extremely torn with, the song Slumber Party between loving it because it's a, you know, unabashedly sexually explicit song about being a woman who loves other women, and that's just rad, and we need more of that. And absolutely hating it because it includes the lyric kawaii hentai boobies.
That sounds like your shit, honestly. Like that sounds like the kind of thing you'd say ironically.
Except it's like not the song isn't a joke. Like she actually it's actually just a song about fucking. You can't put that line in there. The song isn't a joke.
Sexual dialogue is the funniest kind of dialogue in the universe.
I mean, that's true. I've always said that, like, there's a reason why, like, I love clipping, like, hentai screen grabs, because they're always, like, super funny. What was the one I had one yesterday that was really fun. Oh yeah, carve out my insides to show that you love me.
That's so dramatic, what the fuck?
It's like, of all the phrasings you could have used there. Let's see here. How do you, that was supposed to be top secret. Actually, I don't. He's a bit of an odd bird. I haven't been able to get a straight answer out of him. So at first, he wasn't persuasive enough to stand and testify as a witness. That's why we called Lotta Hart. As for who he is, we have absolutely no idea. Let's see here. I'm scared that kawaii hentai boobies is going to be someone's senior quote. That is... Someone's gonna try it. I don't know if they'll succeed. Alright, let's learn about the DL6 incident. Can't help but think that has something to do with the current case. Tell you the truth, I don't know much about DL6. Mr. Edgeworth forbade us from reading the file, so I'm afraid I can't show them to you either. However, if you can convince me somehow the DL6 incident is related to this case, I guess I'll consider opening the file up. Well, that means all we have to do is present you with the parrot! That instant, DL6.
Apollo versus Polly is the plot of AA7. Dude, where is AA7? I want it.
I think it's currently getting held up in the Ligma department. You can't even humor me, Amelia, on my own stream.
Who's Steve Jobs?
Ligma balls. I love the ones where it's like a picture of like Dr. Manhattan blowing someone up.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
That's one of my favorite exchanges ever. I heard Steve Jobs dies just like who's Steve Jobs like my balls. It's perfect comedy.
It really is. Every time I post like a Ligma or a Sugma joke on Tumblr, I always get a bunch of people replying with who's Steve Jobs.
AA0 was technically already in the middle of investigations too, kind of. It was just one case, but damn, that was a good case.
Okay.
Anyway, this is where you should start paying attention, I think, kind of.
Oh, yes. Okay, so we got, 15 years ago, both me and Edgeworth were 9, both almost through 4th grade because of DL6. Okay. Alright, It's time to learn about the DL6 incident. Actually, wait. Do I have to...
I don't think you have to examine anything in here.
Okay, that's good.
Heard the dialogue.
Right, because she said she found it, so I just have to... Alright. Let's
you
hear
want
it.
Investigation so you can play it. There's a fan translation patch. It's really good.
Okay, here you go. December 28th, 2001, 15 years from the day after tomorrow. So in 2 days, the case will be closed. Oh, how convenient. Incident took place in the elevator of the district courthouse. Is this the same district courthouse where we're holding the trial now? This is so funny. Okay. There was a large earthquake at 2 p.m. on the... there you go. Part of the court building collapsed and all of the lights went out. So we have to solve 2 murders at once. At the time, 3 people were trapped in the elevator. It took 5 hours for them to be rescued. Okay. There was a lack of oxygen in the elevator, and the survivors were unconscious. One of the 3 in the elevator had been shot in the heart. That was Mr. Edgeworth's father. Wait a minute, if there were 3 people trapped in the elevator, then whoever the 3rd person they arrested one would have had to have shot him. Because it couldn't have been Edgeworth. So Miles was... But then if they rescued 3 people from inside an elevator, how the hell did the victim...
You're on the right track here, man. Just keep reading. Keep reading.
Victim. Here, found it. Gregory Edgeworth, defense attorney. If he were still alive, he'd be 50. I love how Edgeworth dresses like a foppish Victorian aristocrat, and his dad just looks completely normal.
His dad is literally based on Gregory Peck, like from To Kill a Mockingbird.
Oh my fucking god, you're right, he absolutely is!
Yeah, he's a handsome motherfucker.
God damn it. Angle of the bullet and other evidence, it could not have been suicide. The murder weapon, a pistol, was found in the elevator. The pistol had been fired 2 times. Sounds just like the current case. Oh my god, this is absurd. Okay.
I love his story so much. Gregory is also a DILF.
Hold on.
Chat gets it. Chat gets it.
The man arrested as a suspect in DL6 was Yogi? He was a clerk at the court. As opposed to Yogi? Okay, he must have been the 3rd person in the elevator. Well, then he had to have done it. But he was found innocent thanks to his defense lawyer, Robert Hammond, the victim in our case. So basically, someone has done a very, very, very good job of framing Edgeworth for murder, up to the point of giving him a motive in the form of this case from 15 years ago that would give him a reason to kill this guy. Yes. Mr. Yogi was oxygen deprived, so much so he had brain damage. He lost all memory of being in the elevator. After he was declared innocent, he disappeared. But how would they even declare him innocent if he was the only other person who could have shot the... Whatever, we'll get there. We'll get there.
Reading.
I mean,
this is actually day 2.
Actually, no.
Day 2.
I could think of actually no, because there's a scenario where, okay, this is me using my like actual logic brain, and Phoenix Wright doesn't operate on actual logic, but like you could make like the actual argument of like if you could somehow make it impossible to prove if Yanni shot Edgeworth's dad, or if Edgeworth shot Edgeworth's dad, if you could somehow make it ambiguous if one of them did it, then it's like you couldn't prove beyond a reasonable doubt that either of them did it, and so they'd both be innocent. Even though they'd both be suspects. Something like that. But this game is way stupider than that, so that's probably not going to happen.
I'm just laughing at you saying that Ace Attorney doesn't operate on logic, because in the investigations games, you play as Edgeworth, and his superpower is literally logic. It's so funny.
Does he destroy people with facts and logic?
In the second game, yes, he literally like mind imagines playing chess as them and defeats them with logic. It's so good.
Oh my god.
That's part of the reason why Investigations 2 is one of the best.
Alright, let's go! Oh yeah, I know you said there are no bad Ace Attorney characters, but everyone in chat was saying how much they hate Von Karma.
Well, I mean, Von Karma is despicable, but that's like the point, is the sort of thing. Like, he's the kind of character you're supposed to hate.
I was taking a meaningful pause. Yeah, I think he's funny.
Yeah, he's funny. He's like Ganondorf if Ganondorf was a vampire.
Something like that. Also, they made his voice hilariously deep. Alright. Decisive witness. Something tells me nothing about this guy is going to be decisive. Proprietor of the restaurant The Wet Noodle at Gourd Lake. And I also rent boats. Night of the incident, you were in the boat rental shop. Please testify. Wait a second. We still haven't heard who this old guy is. I want a name. Because I did not ask him, Mr. Wright. I have predicted this trial will end in 3 minutes. Stop asking trivial... That's not a trivial question! Thank you, Judge, for actually taking my side for once in a while. I'm not really sure. Witness does not remember anything beyond the last several years, ergo he cannot recall his own name. That seems like it would be a nightmare in terms of paperwork, man. Alright. I forget, Amelia, have you already seen the Tumblr post about Ace Attorney that's like, the we hate your pussy post?
This doesn't sound familiar to me, no.
I'll have to dig this up later, hold on. The night of the 24th, just after midnight. I was in the restaurant where I rent boats, then I heard a bang. When I looked out the window, I saw a boat just afloat on the lake, heard another bang. Just about then, the boat comes back to shore and a man walks by my window. Very well, I'd like... Von Karma, what is it now? No, I saw several things that need to be questioned there. Gotta cross-examine. Von Karma, you don't run the
He's so melodramatic, that motherfucker.
He's ridiculous. The night of the... This already stinks. Are you sure? Pretty sure. When I talked to you yesterday, you were rather vague about the time. I'm surprised you seem so sure about it today. I asked him and he remembered. Isn't that right? Remembered it clear. Okay. No. Oh, wait. I'm gonna get penalized for this, aren't I? I need to make... Okay. God damn it, I picked the wrong evidence. Hold on. In the restaurant where I rent boats, heard a bang. Wait. That's not a good enough for a court of law. Mr. Wright, exactly what's not good enough? Your Honor, this Polly is a parrot. Don't be so hard on the girl. Prosecution concedes that we cannot prove the witness was in the shop. Witness, please continue. Heard a bang. Okay. I'll just, press on everything just to be safe. That's usually the way to... Again, so much of this is just buying for time. Looked out the window, I saw a boat. It was pretty far out, but I figure there was 2 men. Okay, consistent so far. Heard another bang. So you heard 2 gunshots. Yes, that's what Lotta said. Just about then, the boat comes back to shore, and a man walks by my window. By your window. Right outside the window, okay, and you could see the man's face. The fog was pretty darn thick, but he was right there in front of me. I saw him. This is a rather important detail.
I have food here, so I will be back in a minute.
Okay, no worries. Alright, so let's see. The man was the defendant. He was saying, I can't believe he's dead. Uh-oh. Dead certain, Keith. He said, I can't believe he's dead, and he was walking by, too. Oh, boy. Witness, are you sure that the person you saw was Miles Edgeworth? It was him. Oh my god. This sounds like decisive evidence indeed. I see no room for doubt. Come on, Karma. Lured me into cross-examining so he could set me up for a fall. Yeah, this does not... Okay. This doesn't look good, but also... I know how this game works, and the only way out is to just constantly press on everything and hope for the best. You're referring to the fingerprints from Edgeworth's right hand found on the gun and the photograph showing the man firing with his left. That is easily explainable. He could have wiped his prints after he fired. Are you ignoring the truth of the matter here? Everything in this witness's testimony is true. This witness claims that Edgeworth said, I can't believe he's dead, but his word is all we have. If he were telling a lie... No. Oh, God. To be honest, I don't know what to do anymore. Come on! Come on! Give us the power of titties! We need the boobs now! What? Wait, did I just fuck up? Wait. What? Hold on. I'm gonna wait for Amelia to come back so she can help me out when I'm redoing this. Wait, just wait. Keep going. Held pending trial at higher court. That is all. Court adjourned. Wait. What? What? You gotta listen to me. I was there in the park at the night of the... Larry! Oh my god. Larry, are you just... The verdict has been decided. One moment. So you say you heard a gun... I did, a gunshot. Larry, you are... Oh my god. Can't sit here and let you call... Gotta be fucking kidding me. Larry's given us one final chance. If only it wasn't Larry. He could make things... He really could. It doesn't get any worse. Okay. Your Honor, if there is another witness, it is our duty to hear them speak. Right here, right now. All court proceedings, it is our duty to prevent an inaccurate verdict in order to make sure no mistakes be made. Every witness must be heard. Oh my god. Order you to call this new witness to testify. This is ridiculous. But Larry was not there. He's just pulling stuff out of his ass. Sorry to keep you on the edge of your seat like that. I've seen worse. Well, actually, yeah, he has, because he watched his dad get murdered in front of him. Said he... Oh! Oh, right! He was there that was the night. He was there! So he could have been there when the fucking murder happened. What's that? Why are your fingerprints on the murder weapon? Yeah, why didn't we ask him this earlier? When he fell into the lake, I went into a daze. I couldn't understand what had happened. I couldn't think straight. Then I saw the pistol lying on the floor of the boat in front of me. I picked it up without thinking. I didn't have a reason, really. Right. This might be our chance. Von Karma has only ever run perfect trials. Perfectly prepared witnesses, perfectly complete evidence. That's the secret to his success. This is the first time he's ever had to deal with something unexpected. He has to let someone he hasn't even talked to testify before the court. And that someone is Larry, who fucks everything up, so this is perfect. It's likely his testimony will be full of holes. Excellent. It was 15. All right. We've got something to work with here. Let's see what sort of nonsense Larry is going to give us. I hate to admit it, but you're our last chance. Von Karma didn't even have a time to prep his witness. I just hope Edgeworth is right about this being our big break. Thank you, first last in chat. There was a gunshot and the guy fell into the water, so I thought, free gun, and picked it up. Literally, Edgeworth, you're a dumbass. I was out in a boat on the lake. I was looking for something and I, found it, so I quietly slipped the boat back in at the rental shop dock. Then, just as I was thinking about going home, I heard this bang. I looked out over the lake, but I didn't see a boat. So after I heard that single gunshot, I went home. That was an unusually vague testimony. It's Larry. I have no idea what he's going to say if I press him. I'm a little scared. Well, that's what save scumming is for, you know? Wait. When were you out on the lake? Hold on. There were so many things wrong. Okay, first of all, what time was it? It was after 11. Okay. By that time, everyone had gone home for the night, so I waited until the coast was clear, so to speak. Why were you out on a boat at such a late hour? Looking for...
I'm back.
Welcome back, Amelia. I'm currently getting saved by butts. Hypothetically. Looking for something.
I believe in him. I believe in Larry Butts. Chat, hashtag I believe in Larry Butts.
Most likely he was hunting for this Gordy. That's surprisingly close. No, it's... okay. Around what time was that? Let's see. I figure I was out searching for about an hour. I guess it was around 12, yeah? You're not sure? Hey, don't give me that face. I'm not some sort of human sundial. People use watches these days, Larry. Thinking of going home, I heard this bang. Where did the sound come from? DigiVixen donates $38 and says, a small, not insignificant amount. Thank you, DigiVixen. Greatly appreciated. Looked out over the lake, but I didn't see a boat. Wasn't there a boat on the lake? Whoa, whoa. everybody just calm down. I mean, it was real foggy that night. I'm not sure whether there was a boat out there or not. Oh, no. Okay, no problem. That's the most important part of the case! This is not helping us at all. So you only heard one bang, correct? Well, Nick, it was a pretty wishy-washy testimony, wasn't it? I guess I should just start working on the contradictions. Wish I could be more helpful. Okay, time to make another save. Already pushed on all the things we can, so... Let's start with... Oh, damn it, damn it, damn it. I didn't mean to do that. Just have to... Okay. Just trying to go to the last one. Single gunshot, so we have to present. Here's hoping this is actually the right thing. God damn it!
I see you've accustomed yourself to the universal Ace Attorney experience of presenting something, not hearing the music cut out, and then getting immediately angry.
Yes, that is exactly what I've been doing. Okay, we're going to try... Now we're going to try the autopsy report. Okay, let's... Sometime on the 24th or 25th, shot from approximately 1 meter away, taken at 12:15 a.m. And then at 11:50, there was no boat on the lake. Just as I was thinking, okay. Okay. Murder weapon. Quietly slipped the boat back into the rental shop. Looking for something and I found it.
Did you present Lotta's testimony?
What even was Lotta's testimony? Oh, two motherfucker! I forgot about Lotta's testimony! Ah. You only heard one bang, you're sure? That's what I said. But Miss Lotta Hart testified that she heard two, and the old man just now said the same thing. They both heard 2 gunshots. Were you even listening? Were you paying attention at all to what they said? Yo, Nick, please. You know, something's bothering me. I'm a witness, see? I'm like, that's... No. Larry, you're so stupid.
He's the absolute stupidest.
Tell you the truth, I'm not sure. Oh my god. Literally this entire case is us just making shit up as we go. Like, more so than usual. Listening to my radio, dude, with my headphones. Oh, okay. Intrigue. Mr. Von Karma, waste of time. I do not accept this witness nor his shoddy testimony. No, we need, well, I mean, he's our last hope, so it's not like we have a choice. Please give your testimony. Be sure to include details like your radio. Okay. All right, let's get something. It's lonely being alone on Christmas Eve. That's why I was listening to an all-request show on the radio. I was listening to it real booming loud, like, but I'm sure I heard that gunshot. I remember exactly what the DJ was saying when I heard it, too. You were listening to your radio at a high volume. Can a man listen to his radio in peace? What he heard was probably nothing more than a drum beat from the radio. The witness said he remembers exactly what the DJ said when he heard the gunshot. An announcer. What this means is when he heard the sound, no music was playing. The DJ only talks between songs, so he could have heard the gunshot from the lake. I'd like to cross-examine the witness. I can't believe I'm continuing this charade. What is Phoenix cross-examining witnesses if not continuing this charade? Shouldn't have said anything. That's when I was listening to an all-request radio show. I was listening. That's when I remember exactly what the DJ was saying. What was the DJ saying? What possible good could knowing what I'll allow the question only if you have some reason. No, we should care. We should care, Your Honor. Why? How do you know if we don't ask? Hey, it's almost Christmas. I
was waiting for the shoe to drop. It's like, it's almost there.
Wait. So I said, it's almost Christmas. Hold on. Wait, hold on. Have to save first. Because I think I know what I have to do. Okay. 12:15 a.m. Yes! Come on! Larry, are you absolutely sure that's what you're saying is correct? What's with the face? You look scary. If you're trying to scare me, you better know I don't scare that easy. Your Honor, did you just hear what the witness said? The DJ said, hey, it's almost Christmas when he heard the gunshot. And almost Christmas means it wasn't Christmas! Do you realize what this means? When he heard the gunshot, it was still Christmas Eve! But he should have heard that gunshot after midnight! This photograph is irrefutable proof of this fact. Let's see what the time was on the photo The time was on the photo taken when the gun triggered Miss Hart's camera. 12:25, 12:15. 15 minutes after midnight on Christmas Day! Almost Christmas means it wasn't Christmas! Alright, chat. We got the meme. I hope you're all happy.
This isn't even like the last meme in the case, I'm pretty sure. It is one of the most easily spread to non-Ace Attorney circles, though.
Yes, so I hadn't heard, like, the stuff from the rest of this game. Like, I hadn't been spoiled on other stuff from this case. But every year on Christmas Eve,
it's a holiday tradition.
The Ace Attorney people post, almost Christmas means it wasn't Christmas.
Almost Christmas doesn't mean it was Christmas.
Jesus Christ. Okay, well, yeah, let's say, no, Larry heard it before midnight. I'm gonna assume that Larry, for once in his lifetime, isn't an idiot. Oh! I think I have something for this. Wait, no, it's not that. This one. Look at this. Look at this photograph. This was taken by our witness yesterday, Miss Lotta Hart, with her automatic camera. The timestamp is December 24th, 11:50 p.m. But there's nothing on the lake. Your Honor, the real issue here is not why nothing is shown in this photograph. It is why this photograph exists at all. Your Honor, this photograph was taken by an automatic camera. That camera was set to go off in response to loud noises. There was a loud noise on the lake at 11:50 p.m. That is why this photograph was taken. In other words, when Larry heard that gunshot, it was most definitely still Christmas Eve. Then where does that leave us? Miss Hart testified that she heard the gunshots after midnight. Are you claiming she was mistaken? Not at all, Your Honor. It is a fact that the camera also triggered at 15 minutes after midnight. Your Honor, that night, there were 2 sets of gunshots with a 25-minute pause between them. Oh, sorry, someone in chat is being weird. I have to... Excellent. Okay. Don't be fooled, Judge. That camera was set to respond to loud noises. There's no proof that the loud noise at 11:50 was a gunshot. Why, the witness could have sneezed, triggering the camera. That literally did happen. There's no turning back now. Can you prove that the loud noise at 11:50 was indeed a gunshot? I think I can, actually. Something about this pistol was bothering me, Your Honor. Both of the witnesses who had testified yesterday heard 2 gunshots. However, the murder weapon was fired 3. How has this not come up earlier? That 3rd shot was the shot Larry heard just before midnight. Okay, now this is starting to come together. That would make sense of the evidence we've seen so far. However, this leaves me wondering exactly what did happen that night on the lake. There were 2 sets of gunshots separated by 25 minutes. One at 11:50, another at 15 minutes after midnight. Why, I ask you? Why? Better think of something quick. Wait a second. Gunshots separated by 25 minutes. Wait, really? Because I sure as fuck don't. Remember the case with the Steel Samurai? The murderer in this case had the same idea as the murderer in that case. Maya, if we don't figure this out now, we'll never overturn Edgeworth's guilty verdict. I've got a hunch and I'm going to run with it. That's promising. Already gotten a guilty verdict, we have nothing to lose. Alright, Your Honor, the testimony just came up, has cleared up this entire case. It has? So you finally realize the truth. There can be no other murderer here than Miles Edgeworth. Wrong, Von Karma. A man was shot that night, but it wasn't Edgeworth who did the shooting. Take a deep breath and consider the facts. At the time of the murder, 1 boat was on that lake. This was shown by the witness's photograph. The defendant, Edgeworth, and the victim, Robert Hammond, were on that boat. I love how Edgeworth has never explained why he was on a boat with Robert Hammond. I feel like that's information that we might want to know.
I think they tell you, at least enough that you can figure out kind of what he was doing there.
I'm just saying, like, it would have been nice for him to tell us that in advance, since, you know, we're his lawyer!
He has some issues he's going through.
This assumes that the victim was shot at 15 minutes after midnight. We have a photographic evidence. Oh my god. The timestamp on the photo says 15, but Larry heard a gunshot 25 minutes before that. Robert Hammond was killed then, 25 minutes before the shot on the lake. Mr. Wright, are you quite mad? Explain who the 2 men on the boat are. Hold on. Someone is pretending to be someone else. That seems to be what happened. So it would be the murderer and Hammond, I think? I can always try again.
Give it your earnest college try.
God damn it. Defendant, Wait. What? Oh, text box transparency. Oh, it's Edgeworth and the murderer. I mean, I have no idea what Phoenix is talking about here, so I'm just gonna let this play out. Edgeworth and the murderer. After the murderer killed Robert Hammond at 11:50, he assumed the guise of Mr. Hammond and met Edgeworth. Oh my god. Mr. Edgeworth won't tell us why he went to the lake that night. However, I have a hunch. That night, Robert Hammond called Edgeworth to the lake. Now, Edgeworth didn't know Robert Hammond's face that well. That's why he didn't suspect anything when the murderer took Robert Hammond's place. I literally have no idea.
Good answer.
I don't know because he never told us. The murderer is the caretaker of the boat shop. At 11:50, he was the one who killed Robert Hammond. There weren't any boats on the lake then. Why would he have to go all the way out on the lake just to shoot someone? Why would you shoot a man before throwing him out of a boat?
What's that from?
The Dark Knight Rises. Except it was a plane. Maybe he's wondering why you would shoot a man before throwing him out of a plane.
I thought you were doing a Sean Connery impression. That's why I was confused.
My Bane impression and my Sean Connery impression are kind of the same thing.
It's understandable.
Okay, it would have to be... Because Larry said he heard one bang, but he didn't actually know where it came from. But if Larry was over here... I can think of a few spots. Maybe over by the samurai dogs.
Remember that the camera's set up right next to Lana's car.
Whatever. Okay. Oh, the boat oh, that explains it, because then Larry would hear the gunshot, but he wouldn't see a boat on the lake. That way he could meet with the victim without anyone seeing. Have proof that the boat shop was the scene of the crime. Recall Larry's testimony. That night he was out on the lake in a boat searching for something. He finds it and returns the boat. Just as he's starting to head home, he hears a gunshot. He heard a gunshot, even though he was wearing headphones. In other words, the gunshot was really close by, and where could that be if he had just returned the boat? Okay, this is slowly starting to make sense. Nick, are you sure about this? I'm not really, but I think if I start at the very beginning and I take it slow, I might just be able to figure this out. I already know where this is going. That night, the caretaker of the boat shop called Robert Hammond to his shop. This was around 11:50. That was when the gunshot that Larry heard was fired. After that, the caretaker put on Robert Hammond's coat. He became Robert Hammond. Then he got in the boat with Edgeworth and went out into the middle of the lake. Then who fired the pistol on the boat, Mr. Wright? Have to be the caretaker, right? Because Edgeworth... Wait. Yeah. Because Edgeworth held the gun in the other hand. Because he's a dumbass and was like, oh, free gun! It was the murderer who shot the pistol. He shot twice. Both missed Edgeworth on purpose. Why would he shoot twice if he didn't mean to hit anyone? Because he's trying to frame Edgeworth. The moment you run out of explanations, you lose. Tell us why the murderer had to fire twice. To create a witness. I believe he shot twice to create a witness, Your Honor. The murderer lifts his pistol and fires one shot. That ensures that anyone who heard the shot would look at the lake. Indeed, Miss Hart did exactly that after hearing the first gunshot. The murderer waits a bit and he fires again. Then, The murderer jumps from the boat. God, this is insane. I love it. Leaving the pistol in the boat behind him. To someone looking from the edge of the lake, it would appear that one of the men on the boat had shot the other. The murderer didn't know about the automatic camera, of course. That's why he shot twice to draw attention to the boat. Once you realize that, everything falls into place. The boat shop caretaker swam back to his shop, then he put Mr. Hammond's wet coat back on the body, and threw the body into the lake. This is what happened, Your Honor. These are the events that transpired that night on Gourd Lake. I mean, this sounds fucking ridiculous, but it's the only thing we have. Bring out the witness from before. All right, here we go. Here we go.
It's the final countdown.
Damn, I missed almost Christmas. Key smash, damn you, YouTube notifs. Aw, I'm sorry, WLW Coffee. Just rewind the stream. That's always an option. I'd like to ask the defendant, Miles Edgeworth, a few questions. Mr. Edgeworth, please take the stand. All right, sure. Oh, we're actually having someone testify against themselves for once. Or not against themselves, but in their own case, rather. What Wright has said was mostly correct. Astonishingly so, actually. Several days ago, I received a letter. The letter was signed Robert Hammond. He asked me to come to the boat shop by the lake at midnight on Christmas Eve. He said he had something very important to discuss with me. This would make sense because he said he was looking for Gordy, but he's not the type of person who would do that, so that explains that part. I'm sorry, I can't say what it was. Bailiff, we are conducting a trial here. The witness has disappeared. He isn't at the boat shop either. God damn it, of course. Mr. Von Karma, your witness has disappeared. Goes without saying that I cannot declare a verdict under these circumstances. I will extend the trial until tomorrow, the final day allowed. I request that the police department utilize all its forces to find that witness. Just who is that boat shop caretaker? I think his identity has become very important to this trial. I want him, and I want to know who he is. All right. God, that's so funny. Everything Von Karma didn't know what to do. All right. Larry really helped us out. Yeah, I'm amazed that Larry was actually useful in that case. Wish our cases weren't so down to the wire all the time. Manfred mansplain manipulate murder Von Karma. Thank you, WLW Coffee. Edgeworth. You say something? Don't look so pained. I mean, it looks like you're probably going to get off the hook. You could try to smile just a little, relax. I'm sorry, but I fear it's not over for me yet. Right, there's something that's been troubling me for a long time now, and I don't know whether or not to tell you. I want to tell you to get it off my chest, but I'm gay, you know?
Oh, I would love that so much.
A memory of a crime that I committed! It's exactly the same crime. Yeah, it's literally they're just recreating the DL6 incident. This is so funny.
But there's no elevators on a lake, man.
You don't know that for sure.
Alright, check it out again. I'll be back.
Okay, I actually have to get water, so I'll be back as well. God. This dress makes me feel like such a floozy, but floozy is like a gender-affirming thing for me. It's very weird. Memory of a crime I committed. A memory of a murder. I don't believe it. Not Edgeworth. Some painful memory has been troubling him recently, but he'd never take someone's life. Never. Yo, how's everyone doing? I had him swooning in the aisles, huh, Maya? Is it comfy, confirm, or deny? It is it's pretty comfortable. I do remember feeling faint. Not for the reasons you were hoping for. Alright. Tell me the truth. It was like love at first sight, right? Right, Nick? Maybe my heart skipped a beat or two. You guys should be bowing before me, yeah? Bow before you're a hero. God, Larry. Weren't there, I'm sure Mr. Edgeworth would have been found guilty. Seriously, Nick, that boat shop caretaker guy is pretty suspicious, but Edgy ain't off the hook yet. I'm just a guy sitting in the audience, you know? But from where I'm sitting, Edgy seems pretty edgy. I mean, can you really, oh, you're back. Can you really know he's telling the truth about that night? Oh my god. Edgeworth and who else? You mean me, right? Nah, he means me, right, Nick? Yeah, you, Larry. I mean, Larry, for once, was actually very useful, because he provided... I still can't believe It's Almost Christmas spiraled out into that whole chain of events that ends with the boat shop guy killed him.
It's so good!
Elle Woods and Phoenix Wright are the same character. Trying to process that take. I actually can't agree with you, chat, on that. I forget which chatter said that. But Elle Woods is, like, my favorite protagonist in, like, any piece of media ever. So I'm, like, very passionate about this.
Elle Woods is not Phoenix Wright.
Elle Woods is not Phoenix Wright. Elle Woods has, like, her characterization is, like, a whole thing that has nothing to do with anything in this game. What? Out with it. I'm going to hear this story today, and that's final. It's kind of a long story. Oh boy, here we go. Very end.
Homosexual once.
Very end of 3rd grade. I was on trial. A class trial. Oh boy. Let's hear this. A kid in our class got his lunch money stolen. School. Every month, kids would bring in an envelope with money for lunch from home. Anyway, this kid's envelope disappeared with 38... Oh, so that's why someone donated $38 to me. LMAO putting a 3rd grader on trial. This is like the most anime possible thing. Having like two people having two people become lawyers because of a traumatic lawyer-related backstory when they were both kids.
No, man, you don't get it. Edgeworth was already going to become a lawyer because of his dad, right? And Phoenix became a lawyer because he's gay. There's a difference.
Oh my god. The only thing that belongs in a trial is evidence. Anything else has no place. You should all be ashamed, amateurs. Oh my, of course he was a bow tie kid. Fucking nerd. Nerd! Alright, Edgeworth. Oh, Miles was the kid who got his... Of course Miles got his lunch money stolen. Said he didn't do it, so he didn't do it. What more evidence do you need? What were they going to do? Throw him in... Oh, they just keep him from going to recess. That's what it was. It's when I learned what it meant to be alone. Totally alone without a friend in the world. If I'd been there, they would have thought I'd done it, so I took it kind of personally, see? When something smells, it's usually the butts. Ain't that the truth? Remember, his eyes would shine when he talked about his father. Going to become a defense attorney, just like my father. A famous defense attorney. A few months later, he suddenly transferred to another school. The DL6 incident. Several years later, when I heard Edgeworth's name again, there was an article about him in the newspaper. Headline was something like, "Dark Suspicions of a Demon Attorney." Fabricating evidence, manipulating testimonies, covering up facts. The article said he'd do anything to get a guilty verdict. Anything. Tried to get in touch with him, I don't know how many times. He never replied. Guess he didn't want to see his old friends. Couldn't just drop it, though. I wanted to meet him, to learn why he'd become who he became. That's when I decided. You don't mean, that's why? That's why you became a defense attorney? To meet Edgeworth?
I told you he did it because he's gay! He... Chat, see why we make the Legally Blonde jokes? She's gone. Hi, chat. So,
No!
I think Phoenix would propose to Edgeworth.
No!
Personally.
No!
No?
No, he's not! Phoenix Wright is not Elle Woods, god damn it! That was the best.
Where is your proof?
Oh, sorry, I gotta get my pitch back. Okay. Edgeworth believed in me and I believed in him. He's in pain and no one's on his side. I'm the only one who knows the real Edgeworth. I'm the only one who can help him. Oh my god. So literally Phoenix's entire life has been leading up to this moment. Yeah, I get why so many people ship them. This is absurd.
He's a fucking gas. It's really funny because the third game kind of retcons like another incident into Phoenix's backstory that would be like, oh, this would also be very good justification for like being inspired to become a lawyer. But because it's the first game, no, he's just gay.
He's just gay.
He's just flaming homosexual.
I feel like you could do a good meme where you have like Phoenix with Edgeworth in the background. It's like, I can still hear his voice sometimes. Gay, homosexual, gay.
Gay, homosexual, gay. They're so in love, it's sickening. The series just feeds... There's just so much Phoenix and Edgeworth food in this entire series, like, it's literally absurd. Like, they might as well be married at this point.
Well, the thing is, like,
No, but...
I know that, like, the creators of this game have acknowledged that, like, a big part of what got the fandom going initially was people shipping Phoenix and Edgeworth. So, like, they know it's a thing, and so I wouldn't be surprised if they played into it from time to time.
I wouldn't be surprised too. I mean, the character designer drew Yaoi Dojinshi at once, and her power unmatched.
Oh my god.
We stand a queen.
Honestly, I mean, okay, in fairness, a lot of people in like the anime and manga industry, and I guess by extension, a part of the Japanese gaming industry, got their start working on doujins. Like, that's very common, and a lot of those doujins are not safe for work. But it's still funny.
Yeah. I'm not saying this is like a specific thing that like should never be acknowledged at all. It's more just yeah.
Like, sometimes that means something and sometimes it doesn't. Though I will say, there are definitely some artists where, like, it's like, oh, this person drew yaoi before? No way. I'd never guess that the woman who wrote Black Butler used to be a yaoi. No way! No way! Like, you're telling me the woman who wrote Love Live did Yuri for a while? No, bro, this is too much. I can't deal with this. Anyway.
I keep meaning to say something, but then I keep losing my train of thought. Oh yeah, that's right. Do you know what Takarazuka is?
Oh yeah, I know Takarazuka because I've watched Review Starlight.
That's a good answer. So there's a Takarazuka version of Ace Attorney.
Oh my god.
I haven't seen the entire thing, but I need to send you the musical number that Edgeworth does, because it's simultaneously like, MLM and WLW at the same time. So it is like literally the gayest thing you can imagine in existence. Like, there are like shadow dancers that Edgeworth has that like dance erotically with Phoenix. It's I don't even know how to describe it. It's so good.
Beryl Morgan donates 10 Canadian dollars and says, "Hey man, just wanted to let you know how much fun I'm having watching your stream. I've been looking forward to watching this all week and was so excited I'd be able to spend my birthday watching this. Happy birthday, Beryl Morgan. Thank you for the 10 Canadian dollars. You didn't have to do that." Okay, let's see if they'll let us go into the caretaker's shop now that the caretaker is gone. Yes, okay. Oh, Takarazuka. Takarazuka Ace Attorney sounds really funny.
Takarazuka Ace Attorney sounds like a joy. I should see if I can find the entire thing, but like just that musical number alone is just incredible.
Let's see here. I believe he'd run off and leave his poor parrot to fend for herself. Okay, we have to ask the parrot about DL6. We have to, like, put the parrot on the stand, is what we need to do. That's the only way this case is getting resolved. Like, oh, we can open the safe now. 1228. All right, let's do this. Locked, right? So there must be something of value in there. Only thing here is a letter. Handwritten in very precise, clear letters. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. What? Alright, here we go. This is your last chance. Now is the time to get revenge on the two men who ruined your life. The rest of the letter goes on to describe the murder plot in detail. How to kill Robert Hammond and frame Edgeworth. Calling Edgeworth out to the lake, getting on the boat, the aspiring twice. This is exactly what I figured out today in court. It's all here in perfect detail. Looks like there are instructions for the caretaker. When he killed Robert Hammond and called out Edgeworth, he was following instructions. But who could have written that letter? And what does it mean to get revenge on Miles Edgeworth? Oh, that's who the caretaker... Oh. Okay, there we go. Okay. We've got some answers now. Left in a hurry, right? Okay. Wait, I saw the TV, remember? They're showing a Pink Princess special this week. Oh, see, that's why I didn't want to tell you. Oh, man. Expensive fishing pole. Don't you think the caretaker would... I mean, the caretaker is the murderer, so it doesn't actually matter that much. Let's see here. Except the one that got away from us was the caretaker. Yeah. It really do be like that sometimes. Okay. Klapalo was so good. I remember when I announced that I was doing an Ace Attorney video, everyone was just like, damn, I can't wait for your video to disrespect me harder than Capcom did for shipping Klapalo.
I don't even remember what I wrote for Klapalo.
What the fuck did you write for Klapalo? Hold on.
I just need to rewatch that video again, I think. Because I forgot, like, everything I wrote.
People seem to like it. Klapalo is, you are both the moron and the morosexual.
yeah, that's accurate. That's accurate. I did decent with that one. I feel like I could have done more of like a burn, but I feel like it captured the mood.
Someone on Tumblr asking if we can do Suck His Titties Sunday. Yes, absolutely. We are trans mask inclusive here.
Indeed.
I post a lot of trans femme content, but you know, that's just because I'm me. Alright, they're still trying to find the caretaker. Alright, let's see here. I don't think there's gonna be... Oh, no, we have Edgeworth at the detention center. Look as grim as always.
Do you think they locked him up for being gay?
Sorry, what?
Do you think they locked him up for being gay?
Sent to homo jail. Seem to remember something like that. Oh, right. It's really, he's the only one who wrote... It meant so much to him. Trial was the reason Nick became a defense attorney. Ridiculous. Does kind of sound like something you do. Haven't changed a bit, have you, right? So simple. To a fault, even. Maybe, yeah, but I think you changed too much, Edgeworth. I mean, he was a nerd back then, and he's a nerd now. You used to look up to your dad. You said you wanted to become a defense attorney, right? Couldn't let myself deny reality like you. My father was taken from me, and you want me to defend criminals? I'm sorry, Wright, but I'm not that good of a person. One suspect was apprehended. Oh, yeah, I remember. I definitely called this earlier. Was found innocent. That defense attorney got him off the hook. That would be Robert Hammond. On that day, 15 years ago, 3 of us were trapped in that elevator for 5 hours. When we were rescued, we all suffered oxygen deprivation. I lost all memory of the murder. Even now, I can't recall what happened in that elevator. That was the crux of Yogi's attorney's statement in court. He claimed Yogi had been not of sound mind due to the oxygen deprivation. Yogi was released due to a lack of evidence. Well, there... Oh! I actually did call this earlier! Because if neither of them could remember it, then they couldn't determine which one of them did it. Learned everything I know of courtroom techniques from him. It's like my sister was to you, Nick. Perfectly, huh? All the cases he has taken on, none were left unsolved, and not one suspect was ever declared innocent. But that's... I know. It's possible some of the suspects were indeed innocent. However, it is impossible for us to accurately determine that in every case. I mean, that's literally just the Japanese legal system, is they don't even go to trial unless they're, like, 100% sure that they can convict, which is why, like, I think something like 90 to 95% of cases end in a guilty verdict in Japan.
Yep. It was widely reported information for a while that Ace Attorney was written as a satire of the Japanese legal system, but I think I found out, like, just a few months ago that, like, the writers actually had no idea what the Japanese legal system was like, and they were just writing whatever the fuck.
I mean,
that honestly sounds very believable.
That sounds totally believable, because this game absolutely reads like it was written by someone who only has the vaguest understanding of how being a lawyer works.
But they have every understanding of how to craft an entertaining narrative.
Yes, that's like the important part.
Exactly. Who the fuck cares if it's real or fake? Like, it's a giggle. It's a good time.
Exactly. Okay. I don't. Oh wait. What? I didn't mean to take a screenshot. Show him some shit. This came out of the safe in the shack where the boat rental caretaker lives. Revenge on me? I don't know. Could he be an innocent defendant you got declared guilty or something? Nice, right? But I don't remember that old man, not at all. So he was following this letter then, which means there was someone else behind it. Now is the time to get revenge on the two men who ruined your life. Two men, meaning myself and Robert Hammond. Think, Edgeworth, there's only one other person involved with both you and Robert Hammond. Wait, maybe he's talking about the statute of limitations on the DL6 incident. Wait, that old man. Yogi. Could he be Yogi? There we go! Suspect in the DL6 incident, the one who was found innocent. Yanni Yogi was a... Okay, what's the pun with his name? I know, because...
I will explain the pun to you in a moment, because there's a great time to explain it, and when I do, you will fucking groan. And I can't explain it just yet.
Alright, I will prepare my most exaggerated response.
I'll put it this way, it's a reference to something. That's your teaser.
Okay. Just happened to be in that elevator together 15 years ago. The quake was incredibly strong. Before I knew it, everything was dark. We were there for so long it felt like forever. The air thinned and the darkness closed in on us in that little box. We became unsettled. That's all I remember. When I came to, I was in a hospital bed staring up at the ceiling. In court, Yanni Yogi's mental condition was called into question. They claimed the oxygen deprivation and stress had caused temporary insanity.
I will... Oh, go ahead, sorry.
In the end, the claim passed the court and Yogi was found innocent. This letter tells him to get revenge on Edgeworth. Why would he want to take revenge on you? Right. There's something that's been troubling me these last few days. I didn't know whether or not I should tell you. Oh boy, here we go. I think the time has come to tell all. Alright, here we go. For the last 15 years, I've had the same dream almost every night. I wake up in a fearful sweat every time. It's a dream about my father's killing in the dark. Stop breathing my air. No, father. He's attacking father. Then I see the pistol lying by my feet. I don't know if it was evidence from that day in court or the bailiffs. In a daze, I pick up the pistol. Oh. Okay. That thought is the only thing that has kept me sane for the last 15 years. But what if I'm wrong? What if it's real? They say that sometimes people shut out memories in self-defense. Maybe it was I who killed my father. If you think about it that way, this letter makes sense. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. Think about it. Yogi was really innocent. That's why he wanted revenge against me. It was me. It was me, Austin. It was me all along. I was the true criminal of DL6. I shot my father.
No.
No, Edgeworth. I don't think there's anything we can do, like it or not. If there's someone else who knows a lot about the DL6 incident, there's someone else who knows about DL6. Yes. Okay, I know where we need to go. Hey, Grossberg. I can't believe you're not. It's Mr. Edgeworth. He's... So Edgeworth dreamt he shot his own father. It's only a dream. Sure, man. Why do you two look so troubled, huh? Also, consider this. Yogi quite certainly holds a deep grudge against Miles Edgeworth. So deep he'd want to frame him for murder. This leads me to surmise that Mr. Edgeworth's dream was not a dream. It was real. Threw the pistol to save his father. The pistol fired and the deed was done. Yogi was suspected of murder and his career as a bailiff was irrevocably wrecked. Thus, he sought revenge on Miles Edgeworth. This was his last chance, of course, with the statute of limitations so close. So there we go. We have our answers at long last.
I will say to chat who's guessing about Yogi's name. It is not a reference to Yogi Bear or Yogi Bear. I'll give you that hint. But I can't wait to tell the actual reference because it took me. I had to have somebody tell me too because it's very silly.
How was your wait, hold on. The one who shot me was the bailiff, Yanni Yogi. Oh, because yet Yogi was found innocent. That's why they looked so bad. That's right, everyone thought she was you see? Yet now that I think about it, it seems that the one who lied was Gregory Edgeworth's ghost because he didn't want to say that his own son shot him.
I love this game so much.
The ghost falsified his testimony! The ghost falsified his testimony!
This game is so good. I love it so much.
Okay, I feel like I can't... I need to stop overreacting so much because I'm just gonna go like full nostalgia critic after a while. A bad credit card!
They gave him a bad credit card.
You know what's so funny? Somewhere on the internet there is a video I found where Nostalgia Critic did a video with Linkara, the guy on that on Channel Awesome does comic book reviews.
I know Linkara,
yeah. Apparently Linkar is actually a pretty cool guy.
But yeah, he seems pretty chill from what I know of him.
But he, anyway, it's a clip where they're doing something Batman related, and, like, Nostalgia Critic is all, like, getting ready to say the Bat credit card joke. And then, and then Linkara lays out an argument for why, like, in-universe it actually makes complete sense for Batman to have a Bat credit card. And the logic is, like, you know, like, Batman, his power is being a billionaire, so he would have to, like, buy a bunch of shit, and he has a secret identity, and part of his secret identity is that he has, like, a whole bunch of, like, gear and equipment that's all branded, and so he'd want, like, a separate account for his superhero duties so that people wouldn't find out that he was Bruce Wayne. So it actually makes total sense for him to have a separate Bat credit card.
Wow, that makes sense. My argument for why there should be a Bat credit card is it's stupid in a brilliant way. I love it.
Yeah, and it's also funny.
We need more brilliantly stupid things in the world, I think.
There's no need for yeah, there's no need to be mad about a Bat credit card.
Exactly.
So this is the letter. It does seem that Yogi was following this letter when he killed Hammond. But why kill Robert Hammond? Was a skilled defense attorney, but he defended clients not for their sake, but for his own. He never trusted his clients that... Oh, right, because the lesson in Phoenix Wright is that as a defense attorney, you have to trust that your client is always innocent, when in reality, that is like the opposite of how you're supposed to be a defense attorney, because a lot of defense attorneys 100% know that their client is guilty, because that's like the first thing you ask your client is, did you do it? And the answer is often yes.
Often, not always.
Not always, but often.
Man, it's about compelling drama.
Oh, I'm 100% aware. I'm not critiquing it, I'm just, you know. I'm just being an asshole who wants to be like, actually, that's not how the law works. This letter. I've seen this handwriting somewhere long before, a long time ago. Whose handwriting was this? Do you have any idea who wrote this? Manfred von Karma? Wait, you're right. This is oh my god. Manfred von Karma. Oh, because von Karma was probably the prosecutor on that one. And it would ruin his perfect record.
Oh, I love this game.
This is insanity. I just want to cross-examine the parrot. I just want to get to the part where we have to have the parrot testify. Yeah, I know that Von Karma is both persistent and a perfectionist. He may be seeking to satisfy a grudge against Gregory Edgeworth by hurting his son. It was 15 years ago. Von Karma met Gregory in court, and Von Karma did win, but he didn't make it through the trial unscarred. Von Karma got the guilty verdict he wanted, but Gregory Edgeworth accused Von Karma of faulty evidence, and though he lost the trial, Mr. Edgeworth's accusation stood. Interesting. It was the only penalty Von Karma has ever received in his career as a prosecutor. Gregory Edgeworth dealt a blow to his perfect trial record. It must have been quite a shock for Von Karma. He took a vacation for several months after that. That was the first and the last vacation he's taken in his many years of prosecuting. Don't tell me he's never been to Europe. You know what? I'm not even gonna... You have strange ideas about vacations, Maya. That was the one time he took a vacation. Don't even stop. I'm sure there is a better character in this game to pull out that song for.
Chat was talking earlier about how there are 1 billion Edgeworth European AMVs, and that does not surprise me at all.
Oh, of course there are. He does have that look about him. No, accidental murder is manslaughter. Though I guess that could be second-degree murder. Whatever. You say so. I suppose I could go check again. The police files might hold something of interest. Can't promise anything. In fact, I think the chances of finding something are slim. Okay, so we gotta go... Ah, damn it. So, back to the police station. Oh wait, is Gumshoe gonna be here or no? Can't just have anyone wandering around there. But I guess Mr. Von Karma is in there now anyway. Ooh. Spicy.
Ah, I remember this part. It's I was gonna say iconic. I don't know if it is, but it's very memorable to me.
Oh boy, here we go. You okay there?
Yeah. The file cabinet was not open before, so that's what you gotta check.
Ah, gotcha. By the way, I forgot to tell you, because the other night, when I was, like, talking to you about, like, for context chat, a couple nights ago, I was, like, talking to Amelia because I was having, like, a bunch of weird, like, discomfort in my leg, and I was, like, freaking out because I thought it might be something serious. In classic fashion, as soon as I got done telling you about it, the next morning, like, all my symptoms went away.
Okay, that's good. You know, if they come back, you know what to do.
Oh, yeah.
Slash.
What are you saying? We see each other every day, don't we? We're Miles Edgeworth's defense team. Defense team? Ahem, I beg your pardon. You see, I rarely remember defense attorneys. They're like bugs to me, needless things to be crushed.
He's so evil.
It's real. I can see why this guy's Edgeworth's mentor.
Staring at him from the front is such a disturbing experience.
Yeah, he's like Simpsons characters. You're not supposed to look at them from straight on.
Exactly.
Had an axe to grind with Gregory Edgeworth, didn't you? A grudge against a mere defense attorney? Why? Because he dealt a blow to your otherwise perfect trial record. Why did you take his son under your wing afterwards? That, my dear attorney, is none of your business. It's probably for the convoluted revenge plot of it all. Still, you will lose in the end. Miles Edgeworth will admit his own guilt. His guilt of 15 years ago. Oh. If you've done your homework so well, then clearly you must understand. You know what Miles Edgeworth will tell the court tomorrow. So Von Karma is going to bring up DL6 in court. So we have to both acquit Miles of the murder at the lake and the DL6 case. This ought to be fun. You instructed Yanni Yogi to commit murder. How many years has it been since I've heard him called that name? He's a fool. I told him to burn it after he read it. So you admit it. You wrote Mr. Yogi this letter. Yes, my dear defense attorney. Thank you for taking the trouble to bring it to me. You've saved me a lot of needless hassle. I don't know why we... What? Indeed. 600,000 volts will course through your body like a dog touching an electric fence. 600... Oh, don't worry, people. People don't die from it, usually. Now give me the letter. What? Nick, run! Ow! No, Maya! Amelia, you ever think about "Don't tase me, bro" guy?
Was he on Jersey Shore, or am I thinking of something else?
No. "Don't tase me, bro" was like it was a huge meme from like...
I remember the meme, but I don't remember the source.
The context of it was a guy who got up at, I believe it was John Kerry. John Kerry was doing a Q&A at a college, and he got up and asked him why he supported the Iraq War, and John Kerry responded by asking to have him removed from the auditorium, and on his way out, the security guards tased him, and he was saying, "Don't tase me, bro."
I do sometimes think of "Don't Taste Me, Bro." It's a classic.
I think about it sometimes because I'm like, what does it say about us as a society that a guy asked John Kerry why he voted for the Iraq War, and he got dragged out by security for asking that question, and they tased him while they were escorting him out, and what we got out of it was that the guy getting tased was funny.
Violence and fucked up shit, man.
We live in a society.
We live in a society. Maya.
No. Oh,
Maya.
Maya. You're so useful. You're such a good friend. Don't beat yourself up.
Self-esteem, girl.
You couldn't be prepared for a dude with a taser. DL6 incident evidence number 7 taken from the heart of Gregory Edgeworth. I remember. Von Karma was holding this when Maya jumped him. Prove it to you, Maya. You're most definitely not useless. I'll prove it to you in court tomorrow. To be continued. All right, here we go. I think I'm going to do the last day of the trial and then call it a stream, and then maybe if you want to come back for 1-5, we'll do that on another day.
That sounds good. It's getting pretty late. I would not want to start 1-5 tonight.
Yeah.
That one is stupidly long.
Excellent. Can do that next week, maybe.
1-5 is almost like an entire game by itself. I don't even know how to describe it.
This ought to be good. I'm looking forward to it. Hope Von Karma doesn't push him too hard. What? Sorry. Just thought I'd cheer you up with a pat on the back. That's not how tasers work, I'm pretty sure. But whatever. God, I used to live in an apartment where, like, all the floors were carpeted, and so I would very, very frequently build up static and get shocked by every single light switch in the room. It was,
oh my god.
It was so stupid. That was also the apartment that had a carpeted bathroom, which just did not sit right with me, you know?
That's a lot to take in.
All right, it's trial time. I had, like, okay. Amelia, I had a story because I realized that, people like it when streamers tell stories and then clip them for later. So I had one prepared, but now I'm trying to remember if I've actually told it to you before or not. Did I ever tell you the story of, oh, they found the caretaker? Did I ever
hard to have a trial otherwise. Anyway, go ahead, sorry.
Did I ever tell you the story of hotgirlstrip.mov?
I don't think so. This sounds a little familiar, but I don't think I've heard this before.
Okay, so we have a mutual friend, who this is about.
What?
No, not Eli. The other roommate who moved out.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh.
Okay, I'm not gonna say her name. I'm not gonna say her name.
I haven't talked to her in a while. I should talk to her.
So, here's the story. So, when I was in high school, I made a video that I thought was the funniest thing I had ever come up with. which was a video called hotgirlstrip.mov. And basically, what it was a video where I went on dailymotion.com and I pulled a clip of a girl stripping and I cut the video off at the frame right before she takes her bra off and then cut to a Rickroll, and that was the video.
That sounds like a very you circa like the early 10s thing to make, I gotta say.
Oh, it is hilariously on brand for me. So I so I made this video and I wanted to share it with some people to be like, look at how funny this is. And so I sent it to my friend, and I was like, hey, check this out. Like, this is I'm gonna get so many people with this. Heard Larry's testimony, realized you were in danger. Dailymotion is a lawless land. It really is. It really is. So, both do Von Karma and Yanni Yogi. Wasn't running away. Went to buy some food for... So, and she did not have the reaction I expected her to have. Because she was like... Her response was like, okay, haha, funny video. But what the hell is up with this clip of the girl stripping? And I was like, what do you mean? She said, the girl didn't match her bra and underwear. That's, that's preposterous. She's like, if I was gonna make a video where I was doing a striptease, I'd go all out, you know? I'd buy, a nice, lingerie set, something really lacy and luxurious, and, the least you could do is match your fucking bra and panties, right? So, and I thought that was a really funny response. So I was like, are you really just gonna watch this video and then, that's the thing you get focused in on? And she's like, yeah. I'm like, okay, here's an idea. I'm like, I have, dozens of these videos. Of just girls stripping off Dailymotion. I'm just gonna send you 20 of them, and I want you to give them a rating out of a scale of 10 and critique them on their form. She's like, sure, why not?
This is such a her story.
And so she did it, and it was really funny. She offered numbered ratings. Now, the email address that I did this through, I have since deleted. So all of this is lost to the sands of time, as are, all of those videos.
F in the chat.
Anyway, she came out as bi, 3 or 4 years after that. Okay, I gotta figure out what's going on with this trial. Figured I got nothing to do with this incident. How could you know that you didn't have anything to do with the incident? That's a good point, honestly. Witness has testified quite clearly that he has no memory. If you claim he's lying, then show the court proof. How am I supposed to prove what's going on in that old codger's head? That's impossible. I think it could be. Matching bra and panty sets are more expensive just because they match. They are! That's why they were. That's actually one thing. I want to get my boobs big enough that I can, actually buy bras and then be able to match my bra with my panties. That feels like something that would give me gender euphoria. I just know it.
Exactly. Min, have you ever told chat the Orange King story?
Ha! No. Please tell chat the Orange King story while I figure out what fucking thing to talk to this guy about.
Okay, the Orange King story is literally foundational to Min and I's friendship.
It's literally it's the origin story. It's the Minerva P. Kelly origin story.
It's the Minerva P. Kelly and Amelia Von Noodle's origin story.
Yes, the Amelia Divine Noodles origin story as well.
So me and Min have two mutual friends. One is the girl we just talked about, who's an ex-roommate of mine. Let's call her. What's a good fake name for her, Min?
Hold on.
Bless you.
Excuse me. Just call her Felicia.
Felicia. Okay, let's call her Felicia. That's nothing like her real name, but let's call her Felicia.
Yes.
So she was my roommate for 1 year a couple years ago, and that was because at the time she was dating and longtime friends with Eli, who some of you may know from Min's podcast. He's my best friend, current roommate. We've known each other for years, and just we're great pals, right? And so Eli, for the longest time, would talk up Min to me and be like, "Oh, like I have this friend who I feel like you two would get along, or you know, this person is really funny, etc., etc." And he would talk Min up, but I would not actually I wouldn't see Min until like at least the third. Yeah, I think it was the third year we were actually rooming together, which is when I was rooming with Felicia.
Yes, so the context here is that we were both in college at the same time, but every time, and Amelia was going to school in Seattle, where I grew up, and I was going to school in DC, and I would only come back to Seattle for winter break and summer vacation, which was when Amelia went back to her hometown, because she was going to school out of state as well. So it was like two ships passing in the night. Every time I went to where she lived, she'd go back to her hometown, and vice versa. So
yeah, exactly.
So I had to graduate first, and then we were able to meet. When was it? It was like the year after 1 or 2 years after I finished college.
I believe it was 2019.
Oh, yes, it was after I finished school and then after I moved back home for a bit. So actually I think both of us had graduated at that point.
Yes, I had graduated too. And so this was, I think, my second or third time meeting you in person. I think I'd met you like briefly before then. But it was my first time meeting you in person, and you had come over because you were going to watch Madoka with Felicia, I believe.
Yes. That was my first time watching Madoka, and it was really good.
Yeah,
it's like an all-time favorite for me now.
Yeah, I was like, I've seen Madoka before. That was pretty good. But before you guys watch, you're like, we need to go grab a bite to eat. Let's go to the app. Me, Felicia, and Eli were all rooming in the University District of Seattle at the time. And so the Ave is kind of where all the shops, the restaurants, all that kind of thing are.
Yeah.
And so we just went on to the Ave, and I'm pretty sure we just chose one arbitrarily.
Yeah, for context, Seattle is known for having an abundance of teriyaki restaurants, and there are 80 zillion teriyaki restaurants on the Ave, so you can literally just walk down it and just find one. They're everywhere.
Mm-hmm. And so we ended up in one called Orange King. And Orange King was a pretty decent place. But for whatever reason, the wait that night was really long. And so Min ordered her food, and we were just kind of like waiting around and like talking, getting to know each other a little. And like Eli had said, me and Min hit it off pretty well. I think, Yeah, we were just getting along famously.
I knew it! Sorry.
Maybe 80%. Oh, sorry, we have to cut the story short here. We're at an important moment in Ace Attorney history. I'll tell the rest later.
You were the one who suggested I cross-examine the parrot, Von Karma. I have a right to do as you suggested. I knew this was going to happen. I knew it. As soon as I saw the parrot, I'm like, the parrot is gonna take the stand, isn't it?
It's so iconic. I love it so much.
God, I wonder how much my pitch has dropped over the course of this whole stream. It must be way fucking off right now. Jesus Christ.
It's okay. We're still training our voices. That's how it is.
It's like, I understand that it's like a whole process, but, you know, part of the process is getting better, and I'm, bailiff bringing the parrot, and I am tragically a bit of a perfectionist, so it's rough. Again,
it happens. It happens.
The witness is ignoring me. It must be her. I'm losing to a bird. We have to cross-examine the parrot. Okay. I mean, we just have to say its name and ask it some questions. That's all we have to do. No, it does. I claim the parrot's name will prove. Okay. You don't think you're taking the bluffing a little too far? We're not here to answer the question of who is the caretaker. We're here to prove that he is Yanni Yogi. All we have to do is tie the name Polly to Yogi. Proof. Fuck! You've got to be kidding me. Which page is the proof on? Very well, Mr. Wright. Please show us the page. Where in the file is the information? Suspect data. This page has all the information about Yanni Yogi. Right after he was arrested, his fiancée committed suicide. See? What was his fiancée's name? Polly! Ah! She's only alone. It is a little weak for evidence in a murder trial. We would need some other corroborating evidence. Where am I going to find that? Getting closer. One more. If we can just get one more piece of evidence. Well, need to show the judge that. I mean, if we asked it for its owner's name, it might just say it. That's the funny thing. Oh! Oh! Can we ask the parrot about DL6? Because that would blow it wide open. Okay. I'm going to... Okay.
I think you need to press the first statement.
Oh, the first statement.
Yeah, the first one.
I thought I already did this one. Whatever.
Yeah, you need to do it twice.
Oh.
And pursue different avenues.
Oh! Yes! Yes! That's what... Oh, because there were 3 options. Have you forgotten something? That's not what you're supposed to say. Oh no! It's not saying it! You couldn't have retrained the parrot! Did he train her not to respond when we asked if we'd forgotten anything? Oh no! Okay. Okay, there was one more option.
Indeed.
So, alright. Parrot report updated. What's the safe number? Alright, let's see if we can get something. 1228. Well, Mr. Wright, you aren't claiming that this number has something to do with the caretaker. Yes it does. What could possibly link... okay. There we go! 1228. It's the case summary. The date on which the DL6 incident occurred. December 28th! 1228! God, this is why you shouldn't use important dates in your life for passwords. Never make your birthday your PIN number or whatever. To 0001 because I'm number 1. Amelia, are you there?
Yeah? Sorry, got distracted.
No worries, I'm just laughing at some dialogue.
Okay, sorry.
As a possibility, however, two coincidences at the same time seems more like a pattern to me.
That's right. His pin. I remember that. That was a good one.
All right, we've got something. Witness, tell us your name. This witness, he doesn't remember. No, it's okay. Oh. I've accomplished what I wanted to do. I'm done. Oh my god. He's been acting for 15 years! Let me ask you again. Please state your name for the court. My name is Yogi! 15 years ago, I served as a bailiff in this very court. Order, order! Yogi. So, was it you who killed Robert Hammond and tried to frame Miles Edgeworth for his death? Yes, it was me. I did it! They put me on the witness stand 15 years ago. Robert Hammond, he said I was mentally unsound. He told me it would make me innocent, get me off the hook. So, I pretended to have brain damage. I was innocent, really, but he didn't believe me. We won the trial, but I lost everything. I lost my job, my fiancé, my social standing. Then, this year, 15 years later, a package arrived. It was a letter and a pistol. The plan was written out in careful detail. It was a plan for me to take my revenge on the people who ruined my life. I didn't care who had sent it. I thought this was my chance. After 15 years, this was it. Finally, a chance to have my revenge on Robert Hammond and Miles Edgeworth. I have no regrets. Wait a moment.
Okay.
Revenge against Miles Edgeworth? What do you mean? I'm not at liberty to speak on that matter. Why don't you ask Mr. Edgeworth yourself?
So his name, Yogi. So you know how most of the case he was appearing kind of simple and like doddering old man, but at the end he turned really cool and serious.
Yes.
His name is a reference to Yami Yugi from Yu-Gi-Oh.
Sure, okay.
It took me forever to get it the first time. Too.
That one's just too obscure, honestly. It's too many layers removed from like the actual thing that like it doesn't even register to me, you know?
I don't know about that. It definitely isn't like obvious like the other pun names. But...
That's such a reach.
I mean, they had to choose like I think like a murder name that wasn't like obvious or punny in this case. I think.
Yeah.
I do know how bad I've made chat.
See, that's the reaction you were hoping for.
Yeah, that's all I wanted.
He's gonna do it. He's gonna admit to his murder, or to killing his dad, because he's just that committed to putting away criminals that he's going to put himself in jail. Edgeworth is trying to confess. He's going to say he's guilty. He's going to tell them he was the murderer in the DL6 incident. He's going to tell them he killed his own dad. What do I do? Wait, hold on. Do I have evidence? Well, I have to raise an objection. I object to Edgeworth's outburst.
I don't think this one matters, if I remember correctly.
Didn't something like this happen? Oh, no. Must hear this new statement. We must hear Miles Edgeworth. Oh, God. All right, we gotta save Edgeworth from himself. For 15 years, I've had a recurring dream, a nightmare. It's only a nightmare, that's what I told myself. But now I know it wasn't a dream. Yanni Yogi wasn't the killer. From the distance of the shot, it wasn't suicide either. Everything was as clear as day. The murderer, the criminal in the DL6 incident. It was me! Your Honor, I confess my guilt. I am guilty for DL6, the statute of limitations of which ends today. The culprit is me! This is so dumb, I love it.
It's perfect melodrama.
I'm not really sure how I should deal with this. It's obvious. We hold a trial, right here, right now. We try this man for his crime of 15 years ago. Thank you, chat, for also doing It's Me, Austin! It was me all along. Sorry, Wright. I've just wasted all of your effort. Yeah, why'd you... Whatever. I mean... I didn't want to believe it myself, Detective, but it's the truth. Anyway, you might want to... Amelia, you should probably finish up that story.
Okay, so Orange King. So we were waiting for food, and we were just talking about who knows whatever. And somehow the conversation got to Reddit. And Min mentioned, like, hey, have you ever been to r/egg IRL? I really like it, but I can't spend too much time there because then I start thinking. And at the time, I was a fairly regular Reddit user, and I was like, you know what, I've never been on there, let's see it. And so she pulled out her phone and showed it to me, and I started scrolling through, and I was like, oh, I relate to a lot of this. I relate to a lot of this really hard, actually. Like nervous laughter, sweating, and I was just like, haha, wow, man, you're so right, haha. And you know, she was laughing too. And Felicia, who was there with us, was like, what's this subreddit you two are talking about? Let me see. And it should be mentioned if it wasn't clear, we didn't mention it before. Felicia is cis, pretty much the only cis person in our friend group at this point, actually.
Yeah, now that I think about it.
The token cis. Anyway, she was looking at the at IRL and swiping through, and she's like, you know, I don't know what you two are talking about. I don't relate to any of this at all, and just kind of gave it back to us. but me and Min were both like, haha, that'd be so crazy. Like, yeah, like, I don't have time to think about this trans stuff, ha ha ha. And so we just kind of like laughed about it. The food came, we went, did other stuff, and like I don't know about you, but like the conversation did stick with me like a little bit, but not like, especially since I did talk about it with Eli, who had a very similar reaction. But what happened was a couple days later, I was like in my kitchen with Felicia doing something, and I forget the context, but I offhand referred to myself as like a cis straight man or something like that. And then she turned to me, looked me dead in the eyes, and said in like a low, grave voice, "The halls of the Orange King remembered what you said. They do not forget easily." And so, which was the funniest fucking thing ever. And starting at that point on, everybody in our friend group referred to Orange Kinging as like, you know, having trans thoughts basically, or like wanting to be trans.
Questioning your gender, basically.
Yeah, like I had an OC who Eli was like, "Oh, this is you if you were Orange King," like that kind of thing, and it just became like a really inside joke between us. Anyway, so yeah, me and Min literally formed our friendship based on questioning our gender identity. So you wonder why we're close.
God, it's so funny. You know what's extra funny? When I was in high school, I had an OC who was me if I was Orange Kinged. It's such a relatable experience. I was like, yeah, she's basically like an idealized version of myself, so obviously she has to be a girl. No extra thought given to that statement at the time.
None at all.
Single gunshot? Okay, but that's a contradiction. Oh, they're telling me to press on the scream? There it is. One part of this oh my god. Better find out and quick. Okay, so they're telling me it's the scream. Gotta look over the evidence, see what I can find. Air in elevator was oxygen depleted, no clues found. Defense attorney trapped in elevator returns. One bullet found in heart, murder weapon was fired twice! Trapped in elevator due to oxygen, okay. I wonder if I can get him on that. Will they let me do this? Watch the game not do this even though this contradicts what he's saying. Oh! Oh, I think they actually will let me do it. Look at this file one more time. This plainly contradicts the witness's testimony. You do enjoy dragging out that file, don't you? I don't accept this evidence unless you can tell what page is it on. Victim data. It says it quite plainly. The murder weapon was fired twice. Miles Edgeworth only heard one gunshot, yet the murder weapon was fired twice. The first shot was the accidental firing when the pistol was thrown. So who fired the remaining shot? Ah, perhaps a second shooter? However, we do not know when that second shot was fired. It might have been fired the day before the incident. There is no proof that- No, there is. Do you have a point? It's fired twice this week. One of those shots was fired by the defendant. Do you have any proof that the other shot fired has something to do with- Yes. I think I will be able to show you proof. Now, Mr. Von Conner, save your surprise for after you've seen the evidence. Show us your proof. I think I know what this is. I think it is the photo. Look at this photograph. I'm not gonna do the meme this time. This is a photograph of the scene of the crime 15 years ago. I can see that the victim lying there is Gregory Edgeworth. This proves the murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. This photo proves it. So let me get this straight. This photo proves oh my god, you're all blind. The contradiction in the photo is right here. It's here. As should be obvious, the contradiction is here. A bullet hole in the door. Your Honor, Gregory Edgeworth was killed by a shot from the pistol, yet there is also a bullet hole in the elevator door. We also know that the murder weapon was fired twice. Thus, someone other than Edgeworth fired the second shot. Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? It's simple, Your Honor. At the time of the incident, 2 shots were fired. One went into Gregory Edgeworth's heart, the other hit the elevator door. Remember that the defendant lost consciousness after the shot he fired rang out. In conclusion, we must agree that the second shot was fired by someone else. Mr. Wright, but who could that someone else be? The murderer, of course. I knew I should have stepped in before your wild fantasies got out of hand. Mr. Wright, look once more at the DL6 incident case file. Try the case summary page. Not a single clue was found on the scene. If the pistol had indeed been fired 2 times, then the other bullet would have been discovered on the scene. It does have a point. That second bullet has never been found. Why? Because the second bullet didn't... Well, then what was the bullet hole from? It was undoubtedly something else that made that bullet hole in the door. Now Manfred is going way off the rails. Murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. However, as Mr. Von Karma says, the second bullet fired was not found. It is highly unlikely that the police merely overlooked this second bullet. So all we have is the single bullet fired. I'm afraid I have to discount the defense's claim. This is ridiculous.
Oh, just wait. Just wait.
Why aren't you raising an objection? I'm sorry, Maya. What? I think it looks like I was wrong. If the second bullet wasn't there, then all my conjectures are for nothing. But you said you'd do it, Nick. You said you'd get Edgeworth declared innocent. I'm sorry. It's just when I saw the photograph, I thought that 2 shots had been fired. I was so certain of it. I thought I'd won. I thought there was another person, someone else who fired the killing shot. Now, it was wrong to think it could be that simple. This case has stood unsolved for 15 years. Nick. Well, it seems that we have finally cleaned up this incident. Only 1 bullet was found at the crime scene. That shot was fired by Miles Edgeworth. Precisely. I would like to ask one thing of Miles Edgeworth before passing my verdict. Have you been paying attention to the trial so far? Yes, Your Honor. Do you have any objections? No. So you killed your father, though that was not your intention. Yes, I did. Oh no. He's accepted the guilt. Very well. The statute of limitations on the murder of Gregory Edgeworth runs out today. Therefore, I must pronounce a verdict of the defendant today, right here. Right now. Indeed. Does anyone have any objections? I've been here before. It's just like my first day in court. There are so many things I know I should be saying, but my mind's gone blank. I can't find the words. Mr. Wright. Objection! Your Honor. I object. Phoenix. This case is perfect. Oh! What? Oh! Nothing. Wait. Second bullet must exist, but where? Someone took it.
Kitties? Kitties?
Boobs in my mouth? Please, 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 please. The second bullet, it existed. We've just heard. I realize that, Your Honor. I'm really grasping here. It just, someone took it from the scene of the crime. That's what happened. The murderer. What? Oh my God. Still thinking on that one. There was some pressing need for the murderer to search for the bullet. The murderer had to find it. This is getting real dicey now. The bullet would be proof. Special bullet? Well, that would have been harder. Oh, God. Okay, hold on. Amelia, do you remember how to get past this segment?
Oh yeah. The conclusion to this trial is iconic and legendary. He didn't need it at all.
Oh, okay. Why would the murderer have spent the time to look for that stray bullet? Had to take it. He had to take it. What does that mean? You're thinking too normal. Think Chris! That's actually the best advice for playing this game.
It really is.
Don't think why the bullet was taken. Think why the bullet had to be taken. Yes, Your Honor. Well, the murderer had no intention of taking the bullet from the scene, but the murderer had to take that bullet. Well, for instance, maybe hit the murderer? The bullet hit the murderer. Just saying, for instance. I mean, if it hit you, you would have to take it with you, wouldn't you? It's not like you could perform surgery right there. You know.
I just love that reaction.
Wait a second. I was just talking off the top of my head. What if that's really what happened? Let me get this straight. So at the time of the murder, the murderer themselves was shot, and they left the second bullet still inside of them, thus leaving only one bullet at the scene of the crime. Yeah, I guess that's how it would work, yeah. But there's a problem with that. The other two people rescued from that elevator, Miles Edgeworth and Yogi, were both unharmed. So that would mean the murderer came from outside, yes. Oh my god. Oh my god.
The conclusion to this case is so good.
The two men fight inside the elevator. Trying to stop them, the boy picks up the pistol at his feet and throws it. The pistol discharges and the bullet goes through the elevator door and hits the murderer outside. The boy loses consciousness. Then, the murderer opens the elevator door and sees the men inside. Mr. Wright, you are truly the most unpredictable defense attorney I've ever known. I can tell you're grasping, yet I cannot deny the possibility of what you say. This is literally just the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, that's bullshit, but I believe it meme.
That's the entire series.
God, it is. No one was wounded at the time of the incident. He's right, I can't think of anyone. Hey Nick, huh? I just thought of something really crazy. Remember what Mr. Grossberg said yesterday? Oh, I thought this is where this was going.
It's so good.
He was the man who shot Gregory Edgeworth. It was Von Karma. No, Your Honor. Well, we've indicated the possibility that the murderer came from outside. Can you give us the name of your suspect? Uh-oh, should I come out and say it now? I have to see what evidence we have.
I don't think this matters. I think you get railroaded into the same option either way. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure.
Alright, I'll just say the thing.
Yeah.
There is a suspect. One lone suspect. Very well, Mr. Wright. Who's our suspect? Oh, my hands are shaking. What? Von Karma! Von Karma? You mean the Von Karma? The prosecutor? The one standing right over there? Aurora Borealis? In this climate? At this time of year? You don't object? I see no need. Why honor this ridiculous outburst with my objection? Because you took a vacation for several months starting the day after the incident, yet you pride yourself on a perfect record. Why would you take such a long vacation without any reason? So you're claiming that I took a vacation to heal my injury from the incident. Fascinating. Prove it. I would have needed surgery, no? Where did I go under the knife at, Mr. Wright? Bring the doctor that operated on me. Have him testify. Nick, Let's find out who his doctor is. It's no use. Edgeworth? I know Von Karma perhaps too well. He's perfect. He wouldn't leave clues. He probably didn't undergo surgery. That would leave a...
I hope you did what I think you were about to do. Yes! I love this so much! It's so good! It's perfect!
God, I am manic right now. This is insane.
So good!
Your Honor, the defense requests that we be allowed to use the metal detector. I call for a suspension of this trial. This is an invasion of privacy. The statute of limitations runs out on this case today. It was you who said we had to end it right here, right now. Enough. I permit the use of the metal detector. Mr. Von Karma, you will submit yourself to testing. I don't know, but we have to give it a shot. There it is! The bullet! Mr. Von Karma, it was you! I was afraid this would happen, and so I remained silent. Indeed, there is a bullet in my shoulder. However, it has nothing to do with this incident. I was shot in the shoulder long before the DL6 incident. I claim that the bullet in my shoulder has no relation to DL6. Mr. Von Karma, can you prove that? Prove? I have no obligation to prove anything. It is Mr. Wright who must prove something here, not I. I mean, that is actually how this works.
Indeed.
You don't have any evidence, any of the DL6. That's because you took it out of the records room yesterday. With no proof, you cannot convict me of any crime. So sorry, Mr. Wright. No, I'm the one who's sorry, Mr. Von Karma. What? You were close. 1 day away from freedom. But you see, I have proof. Who would have thought you would dig your own grave trying to convict Edgeworth? I can link the bullet in your shoulder to the DL6 incident. And here's my final proof. Well, it would have to be... the ballistic markings, right? A bullet. This is the bullet used in the DL6 incident. This was taken from the heart of the victim, Mr. Gregory Edgeworth. The bullet is preserved quite nicely with all the ballistic markings intact. Oh, because that was mentioned in an earlier case. All the bullets fired from a gun are marked with that weapon's unique pattern. By examining the markings, you can tell which weapon fired the bullet. We have 2 bullets in our possession. One, the bullet removed from Gregory Edgeworth's heart. The other, Mr. Von Karma, is the bullet buried in your shoulder. We could analyze both bullets, then if the markings matched, we would know that both bullets had been fired from the same gun. The very same pistol, in other words, the murder weapon that killed Gregory Edgeworth. Mr. Von Karma, you will let us remove the bullet from your shoulder, then we'll compare the ballistic markings to those on this bullet. I can't believe I started, like, actually picking the right options now.
Yeah, it's so good!
Like, I spent this whole game just struggling and flailing and failing and just asking for help, and then this time I get most of it correct the whole way through.
Good job.
Amazing. When the case gets absolutely bonkers, that's when I actually start to understand shit.
Just like Phoenix Wright.
Truly. Great, now I'm Phoenixkin. The last thing I needed. I still love, what was your... I think you were the one who had that line about the difference between, projection and kinning.
Yeah, but hold on. You gotta look at Von Carlo for this part. It's so iconic.
Your father shamed me with a penalty on my record, and you left a scar on my shoulder that would never fade. I'll bury you. I'll bury you with my bare hands. Death, death. 15 years earlier.
Yes, I was the person who made the kinning projection observation.
Yes. For those of you who don't follow me on Twitter, the joke is, the difference between projection and kinning is that projection is when you interpret a character you like to be more like yourself. Kinning is when you change your behavior to become more like a character. So, in Amelia's case, her writing a fanfic where Misaki is trans is projection. Her getting really into bears is kinning.
Exactly.
Horrible, burning pain in my shoulder. Just then, lights came back on. The elevator door opened before my eyes. I saw 3 people inside, all lying unconscious from oxygen deprivation. Much to my surprise, a pistol lay at my feet. I knew then, it was destiny. Ah yes, the exact same clip that they used for the last murder. Merry Christmas. He died, never knowing who had shot him. Later, he spoke through a medium, blaming Mr. Yogi. He was fooled. It was the perfect crime. He even fooled the dead. Who would have thought another man could have come to open that elevator door? Judge, what are you doing? Do your job. Bring an end to this miserable charade. Now, end it. Very well. It appears that we have come to a very long way to the end of this maze. 15 years later. Mr. Miles Edgeworth? Yes, Your Honor. You were innocent. You are innocent. As you said, it was all a nightmare. Yes, Your Honor. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth, not guilty. More confetti. Yeah. That is all. This court is adjourned. Yeah, we did it! Von Karma looked even paler than usual. Oh, so that's why he's not in the other games. I was wondering, I was like, I feel like this guy would be in more than just one trial, but I've never seen him before, which means he must only be in the first game. I wonder why. Well, there you go.
He is technically in one other one, but I won't say which one.
Okay. Man, so much lawyer-on-lawyer violence in these games. I'm not sure how to say this, but I love you.
Yeah, chat, I think Ace Attorney 1 has the best music. Do you agree with me? Yes, no?
Oh, thank you. God, this game is so goddamn homoerotic.
It really, really is. Like, I don't even know where to begin.
Ah, Gumshoe, you're a good guy.
100% best music. Yeah, the post-trial music in the first game is definitely my favorite in the series. Like there's other tracks, like I think, while this is my favorite Pursuit track, I think there are other ones that are about as good, but this is definitely my favorite post-trial music.
Oh, Lotta's here too, for some reason. Congrats. Thank you all so much. I knew you were innocent from the start, of course. Sure. I mean, she's right about that much. Let bygones be bygones. I went back to college. I gave up trying to be an investigative photographer pretty quick. Isn't that the hot dog guy from the... Oh yeah, Larry is here as well. I'm not long for this world. It's Are you supposed to say it Kinyance or Kiance?
Yeah, it's like Beyonce, but it's Kiance.
Okay, it's Beyonce with a K. All right, Kiance. She's leaving me behind. Well, hopefully she won't get murdered. Celebration? That's unusual for you. Harry Butts, you come along tonight. My treat, pal. Sure, looking forward to it. That's the suit that questioned me. When he says treat, that's not police talk for prison food. Hey, what's up? That envelope that Larry gave me, it's got money in it. Well, yeah, that's not strange. People give money away to celebrate sometimes. It's $38. Oh my god. Larry took the day off, but he was bored, so he came to school. Then he saw the money lying there, and the rest is history. Of course. Of course.
When something smells, it's usually the butts.
Yep, it's true. Edgeworth was just too good of a guy. Don't you think the statute of limitations... There you have it. Where does that leave me? I became a defense attorney because of what you two did. Well, you've always been something of an insufferable emotionalist. Yeah, and you get worked up too easily too. Death sentence, electric chair. If I had known I'd become a prosecutor. For the longest time, I thought I might have killed my own father. I thought I might be a criminal. I became a prosecutor in part to punish myself. If I had known the truth, I might... Yeah, this is literally something you should bring up to a therapist. Wanna switch right? That's what I have a friend who, whenever I used to talk to her about, like, my gender feelings and, like, thinking about how I might be trans, she'd always send me a reaction image of, like, a son wearing sunglasses drinking a bottle of Coke that says, "You should probably talk to a therapist."
Yeah.
It was very funny and also useful. Ah, man. A letter. Good morning, Nick. You were really impressive yesterday. Seeing you, it made me think about what I'm doing here. I'm a spirit medium, in training, of course. I wanted to help Mr. Edgeworth, too. I wanted to help you, but I couldn't. I was... Aw, Maya, don't be so hard on yourself. But yes, you should go back to your training. That's a good idea. I'll miss you, Maya. Hopefully you'll be back in time for the next game. Oh, unless we're going to stop her at the train station. Oh, there she is. So you're leaving? Yeah. It's hard being a spirit medium who can't talk to spirits. And I think you'll do fine without me, Nick. Be good, okay? Aww. Very good use of that, the speech bubbles.
It's really good. Maya.
Aww. It was at the very end when I thought we'd lost everything. Detective Gumshoe helped, and Mr. Grossberg, and even Larry. I'm the only one who couldn't help. I was using... No, you did a couple of things. All I did was wander around in a daze. Sorry, but I have evidence that you helped. Oh my god, I'm gonna have to present...
I can tell you which one it is, because I remember the first time I played it, I picked the wrong one, and I was really upset that I couldn't cheer her up. It's the bullet, the last bullet. That's what she presents.
Von Karma was convinced he had taken all the evidence pertaining to DL6, but you were the one who rescued the last Oh, right! This was the bullet that put an end to Von Karma, and you were the one who gave it to me. Thanks, Maya. I couldn't have done it without you. Aww. I'm going to complete my training and come back. Again, I hope you're back in time for the next game, because,
Oh, man, you don't even know. It's...
oh, no.
I'll say this much, she's not in 1.5, but she's not really in the first case of the second game much either. She, like, shows up at the very end. But the way she comes back into the plot, boy...
Oh, Phoenix. Hey, we got end credits, baby.
Baby.
I think this is the first... Is this the first? No, because I played Undertale to completion on stream, all in one extremely long night.
Oh no. Did you play all of Fire Red?
I did hit end credits in Fire Red, but I have been putting off the post-game stuff in Fire Red because the final battles require a ridiculous amount of grinding to get my team up to the level they need to be.
Yeah.
So, anyway. But yeah, this is, first game in a while I've finished on stream, so very exciting. Liked this one a lot. I think there were definitely some parts that were very frustrating to me because, you know, it's Ace Attorney and it's an adventure game. And a lot of this shit is highly obtuse.
It can be obtuse at times. I played through the first game without a guide until I hit the 5th case, and I was fine. The 5th case is where I had to break one out finally, just because of like 1 or 2 testimonies. I think the other games I needed a guide for more often, because especially the 3rd game like really ramps up the difficulty in terms of like, oh, if you get this part wrong, you lose your entire penalty bar, or just like double the penalty bar.
Okay, so you have to like save scum really hard.
Yeah, and I played the DS releases originally, so like you couldn't save scum easily. Yeah. But I love Ace Attorney, it's really good.
But yeah, definitely going to be playing more of these games. Because, I mean, I paid for the whole trilogy, so I'm gonna play the whole trilogy. Can't let my investment go to waste.
Exactly. Yeah, the trilogy is the best in the series, in my opinion. I know some people like other games better or worse for one reason or another. I don't think there's a bad Ace Attorney game. I think there's a couple that like are kind of or like maybe set up questions that it doesn't fully follow through on, but like they're all entertaining.
I forget, have you already mentioned your favorite game in the series? Is it the first one?
I think I did. It's the 3rd one, Trials and Tribulations.
Okay.
It's because it kind of concludes the trilogy in a very satisfying way, I think. The last case is just like such a mindfuck. And I think the best self-contained game is Investigations 2, because most Ace Attorney games have like 1 or 2 cases that are kind of like disconnected from the other ones in terms of plot relevance. Like the Steel Samurai case in this game, it's fun, but it's kind of like it's kind of its own thing in comparison to everything else, which is tied in more to like the core cast, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, it's like mostly unrelated to everything else. I think, if I recall correctly, that's also why people hate that one case in the second game, because it like doesn't have anything to do with the rest of the story.
Yeah, I think that's a big reason people don't like the circus case. There's other stuff too. We can cross that bridge when we come to it.
Yes.
But
I'm looking forward to it, just so I can see what people are talking about.
Yeah, I think the hate towards case 2-3 gets overblown, but back to my original point, Investigations 2 is pretty much the only game where each case is, one, really good, and two, they all cohere into the same narrative very well. Like, one leads to two, which leads to three, which leads to four, and you don't even quite realize it at first because they do seem like not necessarily completely disconnected, but more like not completely related to one another. But by the end, like they tie a bunch of different elements together really, really well.
Aw, even Mia got in the picture. That's sweet.
Investigations 2 is quite long because is it the only game with 5 full cases? I know 5 and 6 have DLC, but like
A brand new episode.
Yes.
Ooh, and that's 1-5, which is the one that you said was like absurdly long.
Oh, it's so long. I don't. It might take you like 2 streams to finish this one, like on its own.
Oh God.
It's
Rise from the Ashes. Oh, they didn't even call it a turnabout something. Is it even a real case?
It is. I think I told you, but this is the one they added in the DS release because
right.
it was not part of the GBA original.
1-5, my detested.
1-5, my. Do you not like this case? No, I love this case. It is very long and difficult, but like, it's such a good story.
People in chat are just salty, I think.
Emma's so good. Emma is. I think the part in the 6th game that made me cry was like seeing her. I tried to use loose language to avoid spoilers, but seeing her achieve her dreams finally, like, oh my God, so happy for her.
All right, well, whatever. We'll cross the bridge of 1-5 when we get there. I think this was a very successful stream. We finished 1-4. I told some funny stories. Amelia told a funny story. We had a good time. So thank you everyone for watching. I hope you've enjoyed. I will definitely be finishing the game at some point in the near future. I may have to start taking some more Saturdays off soon because I'm apparently going to do laser hair removal on Saturdays starting in a couple weeks, which is very exciting. I cannot wait.
Nice.
Don't understand, chat. It takes 2 hours to do my makeup just to not have a beard, and I cannot wait until I can just not do that anymore. You don't even know. Anyway,
excited for you.
Yes, thank you, Amelia. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all later. Good night.